Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Throwback Thursday. Today we are going back to the 90s and we're opening up some boxes of 1994 Flair, which was a nice high-end product back in the day. We'll be looking for Alex Rodriguez rookie cards. For those of you that are Patreon members, you saw me open up one of these boxes in the Patreon exclusive video on Tuesday looking for A-Rod, and we were able to find one of his rookie cards from that box. Hopefully we can find at least one per box. There's also a nice Wave of the Future insert set. We'll be looking for those, so we'll get this show on the road. Camille is up first. We also have some 2018 Bowman Chrome to open as well. So the way we're going to do these is these boxes are a little bit annoying as you see the wrapping here. Each pack is basically wrapped 3 times each. The packs are individually cellophane wrapped, and then they're inside some cardboard, and then inside that there's more cellophane wrapping. You'll see what I mean. We'll do these by the pack here. So we take this off, and then we'll take these out, and we'll open these up one at a time. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Canadian Box Breaker is here. Mr. Blood Vessel says, Jabs, you're the Breaking Bad of cards. Thank you very much, I guess. Yeah, very safe packaging. For sure. I believe these were about, I think, $5 a pack. You'll have to let me know if you remember buying these. This is sold out. T-Dog Shay's here. What's up, T-Dog? How's it going? Is Chipper Jones worth anything? Chipper Jones, it's worth maybe a couple bucks, but not worth a whole bunch. All right, so what we'll do here, I think, Heather, would you mind, as I start with this first stack, maybe just opening up these other ones, just getting the stack like this, like I have right there, and then I'll open them on camera. I've got my lovely assistant Heather here is going to help me out, move the break along, because we also have some Bowman Chrome to get through. There are some issues with PayPal last night, unfortunately, with payments not showing up. So we're going to finish off the Bowman Chrome break tonight as we go through, or after we go through Flair. Ray Sanchez. We'll look at some of these players, and Chris says the Wave of the Future cards were beauts. Yeah, I do like the Wave of the Future ones a lot. We'll be seeing a couple of those in here. Also, they have the Hot Gloves, which was an insert set. We were able to find the Ken Griffey Jr. Hot Glove out of our preview box on Patreon, which was very lucky. Tom, how's it going? I trust that you saw my message on Patreon. You just missed out on the Bowman Chrome, so I'm going to either give you a refund on that or credit you towards our next break. It's going to be Select, and also we will have 2020 Bowman coming up for you guys very soon. There's Last Drafts Baseball says, are any of these cards worth grading, or would your money be spent better elsewhere? I'll tell you what, a PSA 10 Alex Rodriguez, those were listed on eBay for about $100. I guess that would be the only card worth grading. There's a nice Roger Clemens. There's still some cool cards here. The insert ones are nice. Here comes our first insert. It is a Chris Gomez Wave of the Future 2. This is Series 2. You could pick up a Series 2 box of Flair for probably around $60 on eBay. Series 1 is a lot less desirable. That might be $30 or so because Series 1 doesn't really have too much. There's a nice Eddie Murray and Tony Gwynn, who had a great year in 1994. Michael says you got a PSA 10 Mantle 96 card. Nice pull right there. Congratulations on that one. Tom says, credit me for the next break. I want their preview videos. I could do that, and I'll have to probably send you the balance there because Select is more expensive per box, per mini box, that is. So we'll take a look at the difference. There's Mike Mussina and Ricky Henderson. 2020 Select coming out tomorrow, so we might have a double video for you guys tomorrow of 2020 Select, the preview videos, and also maybe the Face-Off Friday. There's Yvonne Rodriguez. You might have a double upload tomorrow, which should be pretty nice. David West. There we go, and Heather's got the next stack ready for us. Thank you very much, Heather. It's very helpful because these do take some time to rip open with all the extra packaging. Alex M says, I can't wait to rip some 2020 Bowman. Same here. I can't wait to get 2020 Bowman either. I should have Bowman very soon. I'm thinking that we'll be doing Bowman on, I'm thinking Wednesday next week. We probably will do Select on Sunday, and then we'll do Bowman on Wednesday next week. Because usually our live streams are Sundays and Wednesdays. There's Scare D Cat. How's it going? Another Ricky Henderson. Lucas Peters is here. How's it going, Lucas? All right, here's our next pack. Canadian-American Patriots, just on Chipper Jones card in pristine condition. By the way, here's what the backs look like. If you're wondering, there's the Moises Alou back. Very nice, colorful photos there. Scott says no Bowman yet at his retail providers. It definitely stinks. There's none out this way either. I'm just going to wait for my case to get to me. Hopefully tomorrow. There's Robert Mihak says, hey, Jabs, great to be here. My first break. What are the best cards from these cards? Well, you get Hall of Famers like Jeff Bagwell. And there's the A-Rod. That's the best card right there for Camille. The number one card you could find, Alex Rodriguez. This is his rookie card. There's the back of it. Of course, Alex Rodriguez just missed out on getting into the 700 home run club. Probably would have gotten there. We're going to sleeve that one up. Would have gotten there if not for being suspended for an entire season. Just missed out on that. But A-Rod, unfortunately for him, got involved in steroids and kind of blemished his career. But now he's kind of a fan favorite. We're going to sleeve that Cal Ripken Jr. That's a nice Cal Ripken Jr. insert card as well. What else do we have? There's Rod Beck. Here's the next stack for you, Heather. Thank you very much. There's Camille with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Camille. I really appreciate that. That's Camille's box. She found the A-Rod. She has another Mike Mussina. Thank you so much for your support, Camille. There's Tony Gwynn. Hope you guys will check out Camille's channel. And Dan's Dailies is here. Dan's actually got 2 boxes. Says, hey, Jabs, I'm excited to be a part of my first break here also. I'm at 64 subscribers, trying to get to 100. So if you'd like to check out Dan's Dailies, there's Will Clark from the Rangers. That is an insert card. We'll sleeve that one up. Nice one. Dave, how's it going? And there is our last card. There is going to be a Denny Hawking as our final card. So here's the next stack. Heather's helping me out opening these boxes up. Since they're wrapped like 3 times each, she's taking them out of the cardboard form. It looks like we have another Will Clark insert card on the back, so that'll be nice to go through. There's Heather with Dan's Dailies link. If you'd like to check out Dan's Dailies, please get on over there and check his channel out. Let's see what we can find for Camille in the next box. We also have those Bowman Chromes, which looks like we have 4.5 boxes of those to do as well. Kid Collector's trying to get to 20. Needs one more subscriber. Dad and Zach's Packs is here. They're at 52 subscribers. Carmine says, wow, Flair definitely brings me back to being a kid wishing I could afford a pack. Same here. These cards were always the higher-end cards at my card store, and I could never afford them, so I don't think I ever even bought a pack. I couldn't even bring myself to buy a pack for $5. I'd rather buy 5 packs for $1 of like 94 score or something like that, or 94 tops, even though I wasn't so thrilled with the 94 tops design. There's A-Rod again, so Camille hits the A-Rod rookie card a second time. Congratulations, 2 A-Rod rookie cards. We'll get that one sleeved up as well. Very nice. Congratulations, Camille. Happy for you to find that twice. There's 200 cards in the set. There's Andy Van Slyke, my favorite player growing up. Kurt Schilling. 200 cards in the set, and I think we get a grand total of, 240 cards in the packs here. So you got a good chance of getting 1 card of the A-Rod per box on average. There's a Jeff Bagwell insert card. You can see the back of it. These inserts are anywhere between 1 in 6 to 1 in 24 per pack, I think. A-Field is saying there's a nice Randy Johnson. A signed Mike Trout rookie card went for $900,000 on a Wednesday. That's crazy. There's a Will Clark as well. Thank you very much, Heather. Here's our last stack. This one is for Camille. Yeah, $900,000 for an autographed Mike Trout rookie card. You got to wonder when that card is going to cool off. It's the hottest card in the hobby. Everybody wants that card. We'll have to see what goes on with his 2011 Topps update in the future years. I mean, before too long, that card's going to be a $10,000 card, it seems like. PSA 10 of that. OMG Card Pulls here says, great to see this opened up. Love this product growing up. Appreciate the break action. Let's go, Jebs. That's OMG Sports Cards. We just sent out your Patreon package today along with all of your breaks. So you have a nice large flat rate box coming your way. So be on the lookout for that. Appreciate that. I hope you guys will check out OMG Card Breaks. They do great work over there. There's Heather with OMG's link. There's John Smoltz, who is a Hall of Famer. Chuck Knobloch. We have Bobby Witt. Brian L. Hunter is his name. He used to be on some of his cards. What else do we have? Dave says, is 95 score considered an A-Rod rookie card? Unfortunately, no. Let's see what else we have. Looks like we have an insert card coming up. It's not the Lou Whitaker. It's this next one, Wave of the Future. There's a nice Charlie Huff and Sammy Sosa. Roby, how's it going? Doing pretty well today. Actually played baseball twice today. So a very nice day. 2 different rounds of wiffle ball. Here we go. This is our insert card. It's a nice Mike Piazza, Hall of Famer infield power. We'll get that one sleeved up. And Lance Johnson. A couple more cards for Camille. Some of these are flipped around. There's Jose Lean, who is my brother's favorite player while growing up. Let's see what else we have. Flip these around for you guys. Greg Jeffries. There's Wade Boggs. Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. Pat Borders, Jose Lean again. John Kruk. There's Denny Hawking, Tom Candiotti, Jack Morris. And what else do we have? There's a Donnie Elliott and Edgar Martinez. Hall of Famer Edgar Martinez is the last card for Camille. So those are all Camille's cards. Thank you very much, Camille. Next up, box number 2, as we go through this case, is for Charles. Charles, thank you very much for buying in. I really appreciate that. Let's go down through these and see what we can find for you. All of your stacks. I'll do the first stack, then we'll have Heather open up the other ones. Yeah, luckily these are not sticking whatsoever, Dave. Sometimes you have that risk of cards sticking together, especially from this era. All right, we'll start with these 4. Whoops, don't want to knock the camera over already. All right, so I'll get these 4. Heather, if you wouldn't mind opening some for me. Thank you very much. Heather was kind enough to pick me up a nice, refreshing Diet Pepsi today, right before the break. It's kind of hot in here, too, today. Do you feel like it's hot in here? You want to turn the AC on? It's like, feels like, I don't know. I think I turned the heat up last night because it was so cold, and I forgot about it. Now it's like 80 degrees in here, and we're under these bright lights. All right, let's see. I see one of my case providers just asked me if I would be interested in doing Transcendent, which is pretty awesome. You guys know Transcendent. It's like $26,000 a case. So I'll get back to him and maybe get some more details and see if we're able to do that. You guys know Transcendent is super, super high end. I've never done it on my channel. I think maybe the highest release that I've ever done is probably Diamond Icons. I don't know how I would sell that because it would be like $400 a card, I guess. We'd have to figure that out and see what would work so it would be affordable for a buy-in. All right, so here we go. Charles, we're starting off your stacks. Dave says Phil opens Transcendent. Yeah, it's ridiculous. $26,000 a case. I think it's 20. It might even be more than that. It might be 30,000. Phil's worth 25 million too. Actually, I think it's 80 million. So yeah, he's a former All-Star. Lee Smith, Hall of Famer Lee Smith. I've got the kiddos working for me right now. Speaking of Lee Smith, it just popped into my mind because I'm going back to the Lee Smith auto pool that we had on Sunday. They are working on breaking up some cards. Some other collections that I bought and putting them into flat rate boxes, and we're going to sell all those off. I'm trying to downsize my collection out in the old garage, so I'm going to sell them as boxes of commons. There'll probably be a couple Lee Smiths here and there and some Harold Baines and Ted Simmons, but basically just trying to sell them for the cost of the shipping plus maybe a couple extra bucks. They get $1 a box that they stuff. That's what I'm paying them. So they're out there now working on those. I said, gave them a bunch of different boxes. I said, take a little bit from each box, mix them up. Probably will offer that up to you guys on Patreon and also maybe the channel members here in the next couple days. So I'm trying to do some spring cleaning out in the garage. Also trying to figure out what to do for our Saturday showdown. Might end up doing some nice chrome again. 2018 chrome has been on my radar for a while. How about this one? A-Rod. Charles, do you want this even opened up? Charles, if you're here right now, let me know if you want that pack even opened. A-Rod on the front of the pack. Very nice. Sometimes people, if they pull a nice rookie on the front of like a rack pack or something like that, they will just leave it in the pack. And unless I hear otherwise from Charles, I might just leave that for you, Charles. Very, very nice to get A-Rod on the front. You can sell the pack. Now, obviously, the pack will be open because you have to take the outer cellophane off to get to the inner. But very nice. Charles Left Behind Time says, beautiful product. Thanks for the persistent content. Thank you very much. There's a nice Frank Thomas infield power card. Hey, how about Jim Abbott? Heather was just asking about Jim Abbott. Heather, look. This is Jim Abbott, the guy that has one hand. See how his glove is on the end of his hand there? Jim Abbott, amazing pitcher there. And look at these stats, too. Like, he wasn't, like, 289 earned run average, 18 wins in 1991, 277 earned run average, a 366 career earned run average as of the end of 93, which is an amazing stat line right there for sure. Armando Guzman is here. It says, sup, Eric and Heather. Just got my first one-of-one Kopech Gold out of Panini Crusade. Very, very nice. 2020 Bowman sold out quick today as well. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it goes with 2020 Bowman. Since has been no new releases coming out in so long, you are going to have to deal with that, unfortunately, probably for the next, few releases as we kind of get back to normal. Everybody wants new cards. I know that there's a lot of demand for Select and also 2020 Bowman. The first two new releases to come out after this pandemic, there's a Wade Boggs. And I see Dan's Daily says, hey, Jebs, if you have any 94 to 97 hobby boxes you want to move, I'd be interested because that's some of the product I opened for my subscribers. Dan's Dailies, thank you very much. And also Roby Curiel, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys will check out Dan's Dailies. I don't have too much in the way of like 94 to 97 products. Those are usually harder to find. It's Yvonne Rodriguez. Typically a box of those nowadays, I would be happy if I could find one for, like $20, 25 bucks. I think I might have a box of 98 nearby, but I think that's the only one in that time frame that I have. There's a Hot Glove insert card of Matt Williams. We'll get that one sleeved up. And Heather, we are going to give Mr. Charles his A-Rod back in one of these. He got the top rookie card on the top of the pack, so I didn't hear from Charles. So we're going to give that back just in that condition. If he wants to open up, he can. Sam J is here, says, hey, Jebs, thank you so much for working through the PayPal issues. My nerves could hardly handle the delay on my very first break with you yesterday. Sam, sorry about that. As you guys know, PayPal was having some issues last night, and some of the late arrivers to the break, some people paid late, and their payments weren't showing up in PayPal because PayPal was having some issues yesterday. So after the break ended, later on in the evening, the payments came through. So we're doing those all today. Near the end of this break. So I really appreciate that, Sam, and you will be in here as well. I put the picture of your boxes all lined up. How about this? Another one on the top. I almost opened it. So 2 A-Rods for Charles on the top of the box. How about that one, Charles? I'm going to put them both in unopened packs. You also get 2 A-Rods, 2 A-Rod rookie cards, unopened. So very, very nice. There's William Van Landingham insert card. I used to love that card as a kid. I used to love William Van Landingham as a kid just because I really like the fact that he had like 20 plus letters in his name. There's a nice run of 3 Hall of Famers in a row. Edgar, Mike Mussina, and Ricky Henderson. Mike Stanley breaks up that string. There's an Eric Plunk, Jose Canseco. Stallman says, you get an A-Rod, you get an A-Rod, and you get an A-Rod. Everybody gets an A-Rod if your name is Charles M. So here's your last couple packs. Congratulations on those. We're just going to put those back in your wrappers and send you the wrappers with the A-Rods inside. If you want to toss them on eBay and sell them for, X amount of dollars, you can try to do it, Charles. Let's finish off your packs there. Whoops. I don't think you're going to get another A-Rod. Let's see what we have coming up next. There's Don Mattingly coming up now. It's an insert card. And the last one's going to be Kurt Miller off the back of this one. Michael says, your next Throwback Thursday should chase the David Ortiz rookie card. Maybe. I'm not sure what we'll do for next Throwback Thursday. I might go back to the 70s. Maybe we'll go ahead to the 2000 era as well. There's a Kurt Miller, Brian McRae. We have Terry Mulholland, Eddie Murray. There's a Tony Gwynn. Next up we have is going to be an insert card. It's Don Mattingly. We'll get that one sleeved up for you for Charles. There's Tom Candiotti, Otis Nixon, and here's the last couple. We got a nice Bobby Ayala, if you guys are into him or not. And there's Joey Cora, Jeff Bagwell once again. And the last card is going to be good old Dutch Darren Dalton. Todd says, Jebs, you are being mentioned among 3 other channels as helping the card community boom. I guess I'll take that. That's a nice compliment. I'm just trying to make daily content for you guys. And I appreciate all you guys for watching. And like I always say, it's not just my channel. There's a lot of great channels out there that are doing great work. Even all of these channels with, I don't know, a couple hundred subs are doing great jobs as well. So, Charles, we're going to give these back to you in these sealed conditions. So, with the A-Rods in it. The card community definitely is booming along, and it's awesome. And I'm glad to have all of you guys here. All right, let's see what we have coming up next for OMG Card Pulls. I hope you guys will check out OMG Card Pulls. He's another one of those guys, one of those channels with a few hundred subscribers doing great work. If you put all of the channels together, add up all of our views and subscribers, you have probably millions and millions and millions of views on a, I don't know, monthly basis. So many great channels out there. All right, OMG Card Pulls. Let's see what we can find for you. Johnny Sports Card says, hey, Jabs, the man who gets everyone hooked on baseball cards. Love your videos. Keep it fresh, sir, and keep spreading the hobby love. Cheers, Johnny Sports Cards. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys will check out OMG Sports Cards channel. And he's up right now, so let's see if we can find him. He does great work over there and has had some nice success in his recent breaks. And also, we have another one from Cody Scott. Says, box number 6, let's go. My first break ever on the channel. Cody, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And there's Emiliano Brito with some tree emojis. And FTC family cards with a thumbs up. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your support here on this Throwback Thursday. As we go through Flair, I did not realize that Flair was so much of a bugaboo to open. Is that a good word for that, Heather? Heather says, is shaking her head yes. Vinyl Hound says, you lost your job yesterday. I'm really sorry to hear that. Binging on the vids has helped me get through this crazy time. Vinyl Hound, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. I know you're not the only one. There's been, I think, like 38 million new jobless claims last month. It's a really down time in our nation's history for sure. There's those, if you wouldn't mind, Heather. Thank you very much. Heather's got OMG's Card Pools link. Hope you guys will check out all these channels that are supporting each other. And then, Vinny says, one tree for each of Emiliano's loved ones. And then Silent Collector says, shout out to Card Break, Colorado Card Breaks, Kid Collector, and House of Cards. Silent Cards, thank you very much for the donation. Those are 3 more great channels out there that you guys need to check out. Lots of great work being done by the whole card community, and I feel like we're about ready to take off a little bit more across the card community with all these new releases coming out. Mr. K says, Heather is underpaid. Heather, are you underpaid? She shook her head no. Here's the next one. We have a nice Barry Bonds. We'll get that one sleeved up. Barry Bonds hot glove card, one of the nicer ones. There's Randy Johnson. We have another insert card. This one is going to be the infield power Matt Williams, who was leading everything, leading the world in home runs back in 1994 when the MLB Players Strike hit. Michael says he didn't see any Bowman at Target at all today. That's unfortunate. Really sorry to hear that. We also were not able to find any Bowman either. 215 says, how much does the A-Rod go for, my man? Well, a PSA 10 A-Rod is going for around $100 on eBay. So an ungraded PSA 10, probably, I don't know, $10 maybe. I believe when I had my Beckett handy, these ones are for OMG. Yeah, these are the new ones. Yep. When I had my Beckett handy, it was listed at $12. Use that for Throwback Thursday, or Tossback Tuesday, sorry, on the Patreon only one. I think Heather and I are going to film a video for you guys on Patreon showing a little behind the scenes stuff, showing where we store the cards before they get sent out. Heather's system that she devised for me. She said, you need to get a little more organized here, and don't you feel like it's a lot more organized now? Shaking her head, yes. All right, so here we go with the next round. There's Wade Boggs. What else do we have here? John Wetland, Tom Pagnozzi. We also have a Jeff Bagwell that will get sleeved up. And here we go with the next round, or next stack here. Heather, are you able to keep up? We have so many cards. You could ask Robbie to come in and bag the cards if you wanted to. You think he'd want to do that? Oh, yeah. All right, so here we go with the next stack for OMG. Got a Tony Gwynn on the front. Sometimes I'm reading the chat. I have to make sure that I'm looking out for A-Rod on the front. Don't want to accidentally open that in case he's on the front, or the back, I guess, for that matter. Mostly he's on the front. Flair was made in 93 was the first year, and 90, they made it 94, obviously, because we're opening that now, and also 95. I don't know if they did it past that. I know it was 93 was the first year Flair for sure, because I was like, wow, that's a really cool product. I'll never be able to afford that. Let's see what else we have for our next round for OMG. Thank you, David, for the kind words. There's a Lee Smith. We have 1991 MVP Terry Pendleton. How much is a Tony Gwynn rookie card worth? Well, PSA 10, if I'm not mistaken, is like around $300, but that might have changed since I did my Throwback Thursday about 6 months ago in 1983. Yeah, no bricks. They're all separate, which is nice. Very, very appreciated by me that I don't have to peel these apart one by one. And there's the A-Rod for OMG. Alex Rodriguez rookie card. That's the one we were after. Really like that one. All right, let's see what else we have. 215 says they should make more for everyone to get, and then you have that one annoying person that buys it all up and then resells for outrageous prices. Talk about those Bowman boxes. Bowman boxes... blaster boxes are going for $60 a piece, which is pretty crazy right now. People going and buying all of them up. Now, Scott says, how did you find Heather? Should I tell them the story? I actually went to high school with Heather a long, long time ago, and she was in my class, and I bumped into her a couple months ago at Chick-fil-A, and from there it was... a nice match, I guess we'll say. So that's the way it worked. Yeah, and I actually used to have a crush on her in high school, which she didn't know because I guess I was a shy guy. Right, Heather? Is she shaking her head? Yes. So that was pretty cool how that worked out. It's like, holy cow, it's Heather Blank. What are you doing here? All right, so here we go with OMG's next pack. Here's these guys, if you'd like to open those up for me, Heather. Chick-fil-A. Yep, that's how that happened. Were you tall back in high school, asked the RMM. I wasn't. The RMM, I was full-grown in 8th grade. I was maybe not full-grown, but I was 6'3" in 8th grade, 220. Silent Collector says Chick-fil-A is delicious, and that's a nice story. Silent Collector, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys will check out Silent Collector as well. It's Benito Santiago. What else do we have? There's Bobby Bowe. There's John Smoltz. This one is, oh, it's not sticking together. These hot gloves want to be a little bit sticky. There's a nice Matt Williams. OMG Card Pull says, boom, got the A-Rod. Thank you, Jabs. Heather is the best. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And congrats on the A-Rod. See if we can find you a second one here. There's Kurt Schilling, Tom Candiotti, and Dave Need is the last one in that stack. What else do we have? GLN says, I always like the name Heather. It is a very nice name. Also the name of a plant, I believe, right? Over in like Scotland or somewhere. Colonel Angus says, I'm 5 foot 18 inches tall. That's pretty awesome. There's Joey Hamilton is the last one. And OMG, here's your last stack. Let's see what we can find for you. OMG in our third box of the day. Looks like we're averaging about 10 minutes a box or so, as we are right around the 30-minute mark right now. This year, we have not had any sticky cards yet, which is nice. No bricks whatsoever. So this case was, I guess, stored in a nice climate-controlled area or somewhere without moisture or heat, which is nice. I feel like, I'm not sure what causes the cards stick together, but I feel like might have something to do with heat. I feel like if these cards were left in like a hot attic or something like that, or a hot car, that they could, I don't know, the UV coating could kind of melt a little bit and cause them all to brick up. So luckily this entire case was a nice one. I was glad to see that when I opened it on Tuesday on our Toss Back Tuesday. Check that out. They're all good to go. So we decided to break the whole case for you guys. Probably something next week will be something smaller for Throwback Thursday. Maybe a higher end product. I'll try to grab you guys some BBCE stuff again. I really like the baseball card exchange. I just picked up an entire case of 93 Donruss. It's always tough to come up with wax boxes now with all the flea markets shut down. So Heather and I are going to be working on the $50 tier soon. And $50, you get a Major League Baseball. You get several packs of newer cards, and you get an unopened wax box. Hey, A-Rod, so 2, right? 2 for OMG, very nice. OMG with a second A-Rod. Congratulations. So far, every box has had 2 A-Rods, and we also would like to find A-Rod's Wave of the Future card. There's John Hudak, who my brother loves. Just kidding, John-O. So 2 A-Rods. And that is it for OMG's. That's pretty good. I was only expecting at most 1 per box. Next up is going to be Joseph C.A. Let's see what we can find for Joseph in box number 4. We got, what do we got? 12, 13 more boxes of these as we're doing the full case. All right, so let's see what we can find. You can pick up a case of these on eBay. I think it's like going to run you, what are they? $650 plus tax plus shipping. Probably about $750 for a case of these. As people definitely have been buying up all the older stuff. Let's see what we can find for Joseph. I'll put some of these for Heather over here. If she's taking a quick little break there, she can come back and get those. I'll start opening Joseph's. Too bad they didn't have numbered cards back then, at least for inserts. Yeah, some had numbered cards, such as Elite, but unfortunately, numbered cards didn't really start coming around until a little bit later. And I love numbered cards. I cannot wait for the Saturday Showdown again. You guys remember that one that we did last week? We're bringing that back again this week. We'll have 8 contestants step into the ring and see who comes away with the championship. There's Daddy Daughter Card Break. Says, I get here late and only see 72 likes and 320 folks watching. Come on, guys. Let's go. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Daddy Daughter. These are the new ones right here, Heather. I screwed up and I accidentally put the wrong scheduled time on the break. When I opened the room up, I put 6:35 or 6:30 or something like that. So that's probably partly my fault. There's Joseph's first one. I guess I'll open these 2. We've got another William Van Landingham. He lasted maybe a couple years, and that was it for Bill Van Landingham. There's Sam J. Daddy Daughter Card Break says, it's all good. Was finishing dinner anyway. Glad it worked out for you, Daddy Daughter. There's Matt's Card Break. Says, I've got a premium box break I want everyone to look at, Jabs. Your dedication to the hobby is unparalleled. So Matt's baseball cards, if you'd like to check out his premium box break, make sure you get on over there and check his channel out. and get in on that. There is a Matt Mieske Wave of the Future. Of course, the wave would just carry him right out of the game like the next year or whatever. There's Bobby Witt. Next up for Joseph, we have next packs that Heather was so kind to break open to save us a little bit of time. Some folks don't like anything from the junk wax era, and they will kind of poo-poo anything that's not super high-end or super old. Everyone likes different things, though, so try to mix it up. I didn't want to do 1980 followed by like 1978. Try to switch it up a little bit for you. But we will get back to something maybe old or maybe something newer coming up for next Throwback Thursday. You never know what's going to come up. These are thick stock cards, by the way, for those of you wondering. Corey Wilson said Bobby Witt Jr.'s dad. By the way, speaking of that, one of the boxes that I picked up for the new the Face-Off Friday, I picked up a 2019 Elite box at Walmart today. There's like hardly anything there whatsoever. I was like, maybe I'll just stop into this Walmart, pick up some sausage, egg, and cheese for my breakfasts, and pick up some blaster boxes for tomorrow. And unfortunately, there's like nothing there, but there was an Elite 2019, I guess it's, no, Extra Edition, 2019 Extra Edition. 5 cards with 2 hits, autos, or relics per box, so I grabbed those. And we'll be opening those very soon. Tomorrow, actually, there's a Don Mattingly. We'll get that one sleeved up for Joseph C.A. And there's a new member of the channel there. It's Blacktooth. Thank you very much, Blacktooth. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys will check out Blacktooth's channel. I'm trying to think of some new stuff to give to the channel members, and I was thinking about maybe Jab's Family Garage sales. Maybe doing special little offerings each week as I try to pare down my collection and all that stuff that I pick up at the flea market. Remember, I would go to flea markets all the time for like 2 years in a row. Well, all that stuff is sitting in my garage, and I want to move some of it. So maybe doing a Jab's Family Garage sale and getting some more space in my garage for you guys. So Joseph, there's the next stack up. Let's get the next one open. It's tough to keep up with, huh, Heather? This might be the busiest you've been. Heather's sleeving cards, following along with the chat, opening packs up for me. Let's see what we can find for Joseph coming up next. There's a Donnie Elliott. There's Bob Tewksbury. The first guy I ever booed in the major leagues was Bob Tewksbury, and I feel bad about it. Everybody was booing Bob Tewksbury at the ballpark that day in like 1989. I think I was like 8 years old. And so I also started calling Bob Tewksbury a bum and stuff like that. And then I went home and I felt really bad about myself later that day. So I always remember Bob Tewksbury as the first guy that I ever booed. Usually I don't really boo too much unless it's like a terrible boneheaded play. All right, let's see what else we can find for Joseph. I don't think we've hit an A-Rod for you yet, Joseph, but we're only about a little less than halfway through your box, luckily. So far out of each box, we've found at least 2 A-Rods. Haven't found 3 yet. The Hobbyist is here. How's it going, The Hobbyist? Welcome to Throwback Thursday. Looking through some old 94 Flair here. We got Mariano Duncan, Jim Abbott. There's Roger Clemens, who is a 7-time Cy Young Award winner. Larry Walker's gone into the Hall of Fame. Looks like we have some upside-down cards. Flip those around. Too bad for Bryce Harper. I always boo Bryce Harper. I don't feel bad, says Trent. A lot of people hate Bryce Harper. There's Ricky Henderson as well. Lance Johnson. And the last one there is our second Donnie Baseball. That's our second infield power Donnie Baseball. How much did these high-end cost back in the day, Mr. K? Just judging from what I've heard from other folks, we're guessing about $5 to $10 a pack, depending on where they were sold at. I feel like they're about $5 a pack at my LCS. My LCS was called Discount Sports Cards. I remember my brother and I would ride there every single day after school, get off the bus, grab our bikes, and look at this. Joseph, you got an A-Rod on the front of the pack. So very nice. Congratulations on that one. If we get an A-Rod on the front of the pack, we're not going to open it. We're going to put it back in its spot. and send it off to you because maybe you want to send this bad boy off to be graded. So we're going to put that right back in there. This is Joseph C.A.'s. Very, very nice. We'll probably see a few A-Rods come. We've already pulled, oh, what is that now? Box 4. That's our 7th A-Rod. Blacktooth says, I don't feel a case of this is worth $700, question mark. Well, I'll tell you what. I paid $300 and... What did I pay for 93 Donruss? You guys are going to make fun of me for this. I think I paid like $325 or $324 for a case of 93 Donruss today. And I wanted to, you might say, what are you doing, dude? 93 Donruss? Are you out of your mind? Those are, you know, I mean, there's elite cards in there, but there's no good rookies really that you can find. I bought it off the baseball card exchange, and after tax and shipping, I think it was like $325. I bought it for my $50 Patreon patrons. I wanted to give them a different wax box that I haven't given them already. So all of those are just going to be, that case is going to get broken up and sent off to the Patreon patrons to get the wax boxes, and they can chase the elite cards. Go on the elite search. Daddy Daughter says the elite search is so much fun. For those of you on the $100 tier, all of your stuff went out. I won't tell you what wax box I'm sending you, but I'll tell you that I did send you cello boxes. And Cardboard Carolina says, I guess my super chat means nothing. I didn't even see it, Cardboard. Thank you very much. I'm very, very sorry. Cardboard Carolina says, let's go, Jabs. Giveaway at 100. Cardboard, I apologize for missing that one. I hope you guys will check out Cardboard Carolina, or Carolina. And Heather is on it right now. She was actually out of the room taking over, I guess, box number 3 over the shipping station. So I apologize that we both missed it. Heather is looking up your channel right now. If we can find it, we can put it on the screen for you guys to get on over there and help Cardboard Carolina reach 100 followers on YouTube. There's Johnny Smoltz and Danny Bautista, not to be confused with Denny Bautista, former Pirates pitcher. There's John Lieber. There's Heather with your link, Cardboard. Thank you very much. And we're going to be finishing off this box with, are we going to get another rookie card of A-Rod? And it looks like the answer to that question is no. The last one there is David Segui and Kid Collector just subbed you up, Cardboard. Thank you very much. Joseph C.A., that's all of yours. See how I have this line here, Heather, so we could separate the cards? We got a nice system going on right here. Box number 5 is for Clem P. Let's grab the next box up and see what we can find for good old CPSD. Hits Only says, picking our giveaway winner on Monday. Hits Only with a Z, guys. I hope you guys will check out Hits Only's channel. Thank you very much for your support. CPSD's here. Said, did I miss something about the $50 Patreon shipments? No, those are the next ones up. I'm probably going to start working on those tomorrow and Saturday. I was just talking about, I was making fun of myself for spending so much on a case of 93 Donruss for you guys to go on your elite searches. So I was just saying that. I paid, I think, $325 for a case of those. Everything's going way up. Like 89 Tops is like over $200 a case. That was always around, I don't know, like $100 or so. Any John Hudek's Wave of the Future yet? We did find a couple of his cards. Here's these one. We'll get Clem started up. All right, we'll get these 4 open. And there's those. We're busy tonight, Heather, huh? All this extra packaging. Super, super busy. Heather hit a home run off me today. Absolute bomb of a blast. And it was against the wind. Was that a grand slam or a 3-run homer? Can't remember. Had a nice wiffle ball game. My team ended up winning 18-14, a narrow victory. We just play for fun. We just throw meatballs to each other all the time. We don't try to strike each other out. There's CPSD says, thanks, Eric. It looks like some great cards. No bricks. Nice. CPSD, thank you very much. I hope you guys will check out CPSD. All of your stuff will be coming out in the mail in your Patreon package tomorrow or Saturday when I start boxing up those $50 tiers. Most of you will be getting the 1993 Donruss box until I run out of those. Can't remember exactly how many Patreons we have on that tier, but it's around that one. What else do we have? We have a Will Clark. Will the thrill for Clem? Let's see what else we have. There's a Roberto Kelly leading things off. I used to like Roberto Kelly's rookie cards, those 1988 Donruss and stuff like that. I used to think Roberto Kelly was going to be a good player. I mean, he was a serviceable player for a good many years, but he wasn't like a major star. Daddy Daughter Card Breaks says Ripken hot numbers, Griffey hot gloves, A-Rod are the hits in this product. And love the hot gloves. Daddy Daughter, the hot gloves are my favorite ones as well, the die-cut hot gloves. Matt Keller says, I bet the 2009 Bowman boxes where that $900,000 Trout came out of jumped 50 times in price today. I'm sure that some folks definitely grabbed those up. That's what happens with the market. It's pretty crazy. Very, very, I don't know what's up with that. And Eric just signed up for the $100 tier. Can't wait for the box of goods. Eric, thank you very much. We just sent all those out yesterday, but I'll make sure to get yours out to you as well. We started sending stuff out earlier this month, so a lot of people are going to be receiving their stuff in the mail tomorrow and probably Saturday, trying to get everything cleared out and clear up a bunch of space for the brand new 2020 Select in Bowman. There's Rafael Palmeiro. Roger Clemens once more. What else do we have? There's Ken Chiamnetti. Bowman and Select tomorrow, asked David O. I'll tell you what, I think my Bowman case is not going to be in time for a Friday release day. As I mentioned before, some folks' cases of Bowman have been delayed, and mine is one of them, unfortunately. But that's okay, because I'll still have it in time for next Wednesday. As soon as I get it, I'll bring you a brand new release video and open a box. But I do believe I'll have the brand new 2020 Select first. Luckily, I was one of the select 50% or so of the folks that are going to get their stuff on time for Select, so we'll do that first. We'll do that on Sunday. Looks like I might have 2 cases of that for you. I have to check out what the boxes cost. I think on eBay right now they're going for about $230 or something like that. I can't remember. Dom says, gotta love the concept of how cool it was to keep a case and box of these, only to have something as awesome as YouTube come along and make it not useful but longed for again. Yeah, that's, I'm wondering if all of our YouTube channels, so many great card channels out there, we're opening up all the old stuff, and maybe that's what's causing some of this stuff to go up. Shy City missed out on Select. Yeah, it's definitely, a lot of people are requesting Select. And I can tell you right now, the boxes of that are going for a nice bit of money. I think there's 12 packs per box or something like that, with maybe 2 autos per box. I have to look into it again. I'm not going to probably put it on sale till tomorrow or Saturday, so I haven't researched the specifics yet, but I'll probably decide to sell it either by the half box or the full box, as we like to sell by the boxes here. It just makes Heather and my job a lot easier with sorting and stuff. All right, Clem, let's see what we can find. We haven't found Clem an A-Rod yet, unfortunately. Let's see what else we have coming up for Clem. Neil's been seeing some 2020 openings of Bowman, and it's been looking like great stuff. That's good to know. Select, is it high end? Well, J. Bob, if you recall, Select was a set back in the 90s. Remember, like 1993 Select and Derek Jeter rookie cards, the green border cards? They're bringing that back. Select you could find on the market last year and the year before in Chronicles. You guys might remember the Chronicles release. It had all kinds of different little subsets in there, and Select was one of those, and Panini decided to give it its own release this year, so pretty excited for that. Trey TV, we are doing Bowman. We'll probably do a preview video for you guys whenever the case arrives, whether it be Saturday or Sunday. I know that, I guess FedEx delivers on Sunday, I think. Or Monday, whenever it arrives, I will put it up right away. And then we'll probably break my Bowman case on Wednesday. That can be our Wednesday break this coming week. How's it going, Card Phenom? Thank you for joining us on this Throwback Thursday. Tom Candiotti again. There's Kurt Schilling, who will be in the Hall of Fame at some point, probably next year, maybe. Still looking for Clem's A-Rod. Everyone so far has received 2 A-Rods, and Clem only has a couple packs yet. It has not yet found one. We've even found 3 A-Rods on the front of the packs and didn't even open them up. We just left them in the cellophane, and these are the last 3 packs for Clem. He's got a couple inserts there, which is nice. But still no A-Rod for Clem, which is kind of a bummer. That's the way it goes with these boxes sometimes. Sometimes you hit the card that you're trying to get. Sometimes you don't. Trevor says, get some oil on that door. Yeah, we need to get some grease for that door. That's something we'll have to remember to do for Sunday, huh? Some WD-40 or something. Just got a nice wink from Heather. Thank you very much. All right, Clem, here's your last stack. Let's see if we can find the A-Rod for you. There's Mike Fetters. Always would do the crazy head snap. Remember Mike Fetters? He would take the sign, and he'd take a deep breath, look over at third, and then he would snap his head towards the plate like a crazy person. Good old Mike Fetters. He played for the Pirates for about a year, kind of bounced around. There's Jeff Bagwell, and there he is, A-Rod for Clem. Congratulations. So far, everybody has received the A-Rod rookie card at least once. Very nice. And now we have an infield power card of Fred Mcgriff. I love the crime dog. I really wish he was in the Hall of Fame. Bernard Gilkey. Here comes another insert. It is going to be a Hall of Famer, or not Hall of Famer, should be a Hall of Famer, Don Mattingly. I'm not sure why Don Mattingly's not in the Hall of Fame if other guys are. Don Mattingly, of course, had to end his career a little bit early. There's Clem's stuff, and we're going to get that one sleeved up. Next up is Cody. Box number 6. See what we can find for you. Cody, thank you very much for participating in our break. All right, so here we go. Cody, box number 6. Don't forget we have those Bowman Chromes from last night. We're going to finish those off for those of you that missed out on having your boxes open last night because of the PayPal snafu. We're going to take care of that today. All right, so here we go. There's all of your packs all stacked up. I'll slide some of these for Heather to open when she gets the opportunity to. I guess I'll just slice open a couple right now. 1, 2, and 3, and we'll do 4. There we go, sharing the box cutter. GLN said, I looked twice at my door because of the squeakiness. Yeah, sorry about that. I definitely need to get that oiled up. Maybe that can be something that I'm trying to get done for Sunday as I try to fix up various parts of the house. Hits Only says, new goal of 300 subscribers. Thanks for everything, Jabs. Hits Only. I remember when you were just going after about 100. So congratulations to Hits Only. Thanks to everybody that has hooked his channel up and helped him reach that next goal of 300. Won't be before too long, Hits Only, that you'll be up around 1,000 subscribers. And that's the real magic number because then you can start live streaming from your phone. It's one of the best perks. And also, you can start putting ads in your videos so you can get, oh, I don't know, several cents for every, it's not a lot of money, but depending on what YouTube is paying, it might be a couple bucks per every 1,000 views or so. But it's still nice to be compensated for sure. So I hope you guys will help out all of these smaller channels grow. There's a Ruben Sierra. There you got Lou Whitaker in here for Cody. Let's see if we can find Cody 2 A-Rods. I used to love John Sterling's call of A-Rod home runs. He would say, it's another A-bomb for A-Rod. Of course, you guys remember Alex Rodriguez's 3,000th career hit was a home run off Justin Verlander at Yankee Stadium. It was a nice opposite field blasters Orlando Miller wave of the future. And my buddy Zach Campbell ended up snagging that one off the ground, got batted down or rattled around, fell right at his feet, and he got it and sold the ball for a $150,000 donation to charity. Sold it back to the Yankees for $150,000, and that money went to his favorite charity, which was Pitch In for Baseball. There's CPSD, says, sweet A-Rod, and thanks for bringing out the great product day in and day out. And he goes on to say, and I'm glad you found a great teammate. Keep it up, GOAT. Thank you very much, Clem. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys will check out Clem's channel as well. And yes, she is a great teammate. We really churned out those packages last night. After the break, we went over in the package room, and I put the cards in the boxes, passed them off to her, and she did all the rest of the job. Definitely makes everything so much easier with keeping more up to date on shipping stuff out. All right, Cody, let's see what we can find for you. All right, so looking for Cody's first A-Rod. See what we can find for him. All these players from 94 that we grew up as kids watching, like Mike Lansing used to do pretty well against the Pirates. Mike Stanton, the lefty from the Braves, also had pitched for the Yankees for a while. Omar Vizquel doing his thing. Charlie Hayes, who caught the last out of, the 96 World Series. Ed Sprague, former Pirate. I used to hate that guy because, I don't know, I felt like he had a really bad attitude. He thought he was above the Pirates, like a big shot. There's Jeff Bagwell. That's a nice one. What else do we have? Trey says, what's on for Face Off Friday tomorrow? Well, I'll tell you what, Trey. I'm probably going to do an extra edition box from 2019 because I haven't thrown that one in the ring yet. And I might also toss in a Bowman Mega Box from last year just because Bowman's coming out. So that's another one I might toss in the ring. And then I have to find a third one. I tried to go to Walmart today to pick up some blasters, but they were completely sold out. I don't think you guys really want to see some 2019 Big League in there. I mean, Big League's cool and stuff, but I don't think it really stacks up against like 2019 Bowman. So I try to want to find something that might be on that same caliber. There's Jeff Bagwell. Hey, A-Rod. There we go. Cody gets an A-Rod card. That's his first one. We'll get that one sleeved up for you. That's the big chase card. And I want to find an A-Rod Wave of the Future card because I've not seen that card yet. We've seen all these different Wave of the Future cards so far, but no A-Rod Waves of the Future, which is kind of disappointing, but I would imagine there might be one in this case somewhere. There's Emiliano Brito says, one of my ladies made me mad, so I told her, hope you torch your tongue on hot soup. That's pretty nasty there. There's nothing worse than burning your tongue on some hot soup. That's maybe why I don't even like hot soup or hot drinks in general. So Emiliano, that number might be dropping to 2 loved ones if you don't watch it there. I really appreciate the support. We got Daisy, Ari, and Carolina. I don't want to even make a guess as to who it is. Yeah, burning your tongue on soup is the worst. I don't even like hot drinks in general. It's because I don't like feeling like I'm going to burn my mouth on anything. I'm a cold beverage person, which reminds me, after I finish this box, I'm going to take a drink of the Diet Pepsi that Heather picked up for me. There's a Greg Colburn. I remember him. Clinton says, I forgot about how these packs came. I loved opening up Flair. Yeah, Flair was definitely a nice product back in the day for sure. I never was able to afford it. Every now and then I'd get a couple cards here and there from Flair in my grab bags. Our LCS would sell grab bags for 50 cents. Yes, she did, Shy City. We were playing some baseball today. We had dinner over her house, and it was she had amazing salad again, that grilled chicken avocado salad. And then after that, we came over here, and she stopped off on her way and got a coffee. Silent Collector says, Jab, rank these, DeGrom, Verlander, and Cole. Well, that's a tough one, Silent Collector. I'm going to have to go with... Well, personally, I'm biased, so I'm going to go on them. I would personally go Cole 1 because I love Garrett Cole because he's a former Pirate, and I've had some nice interactions with him. So I'd go Cole 1, DeGrom 2, Verlander 3. But based on the stats, because DeGrom's got 2 Cy Youngs in a row, if you covered up their names and just said pick based on the stats, I would go probably DeGrom 1, Cole 2, Verlander 3. Just based off of blind stats. But personally, I love Garrett Cole, and I think he deserves every penny of that $324 million that he has coming to him over the next 9 years from the New York Yankees, even though it's going to be heavily taxed, unfortunately, because he will be playing his games in New York. Josiah, best hit so far has been the A-Rod rookie cards. I think we've pulled now, 10 of them? Somewhere around there. All right, all-time Verlander is above those guys for sure. We'll see where they all end up when it's all said and done. But yeah, Verlander's a Hall of Famer for sure. He's got the longevity on all those guys. As Verlander's been pitching since like 05 or so, 05, 06, somewhere in there. And the other guys came along a few years later. DeGrom's rookie card was 2014 Topps Update, and Cole's was 2013 Topps Update. So, yeah, Verlander's got like about 8 years on both of them or so. All right, so Cody, let's see if we can find you another A-Rod. Card Collector says, I'm watching you and bidding on stuff on eBay. That's a nice little hobby there. I love bidding on stuff on eBay. On eBay, I am always a sniper, where I go in with 2 seconds left to put my highest bid and hope to heck that I win. There's a nice Fred Mcgriff. Someone just asked, well, if you can get in on breaks at the $3 tier. Yes, you can. The $3 tier, you get access to all the break postings, free shipping on everything, and we send your cards roughly every 30 days to, I don't know, 45 days sometimes if we get a little bit backed up. So, Cody, thank you very much. We'll have the A-Rod sleeved up for you. Now it's time to get to our next box. Mr. John A is up right now. How many boxes are they up to out there, Heather? 45 boxes. Kiddos are boxing up my commons from the garage in medium flat rate boxes. I think we said each flat rate holds 2,600 cards or so. So they've gone through a lot of cards, and I'm giving them $1 a box. So they are working hard out there. We'll clear some space as the new flea market season is approaching. I need some more room for some stuff, which I undoubtedly will pick up time and time again. All right, so here we go. John A. A lot of the antique malls are actually opened up. I'm going to pass these off to Heather to break open for me if she gets a chance. So there's the Junior Rules chats. Thank you very much, Junior. Says, what about a budget break tomorrow? Sponsors me, a budget break. The Junior Rules chats you're doing on your channel. I feel like I can't really do another break tomorrow because I might have 2 different videos for you guys tomorrow. I have our Face Off Friday that we always do, and then I might also have, depending on shipping delays and stuff like that, I'm hopeful that my 2020 Select case arrives tomorrow, and we'll be able to do a box of that in a preview. And there's Heather with the Junior Rules chats if you'd like to check out his channel. Thank you, Heather, for putting that in there. But yeah, budget breaks are always fun. Cheaper end products that are very, very affordable. There's several products out there that are still kind of cheap. Stuff like Big League and Topps opening day. Got to do a new box war. Yeah, the box wars. I'm going to do one of those on Saturday, the Saturday Showdown. I think I'm going to do Chrome this week. I love Chrome. Maybe put 2018 against my final box of 2017 Chrome. I bought all those boxes of Chrome, and one of them came after the break, so I'm going to toss that, I think, in the ring. The way the box wars work, at least on my channel, I know every channel has a different way to do it. Some folks do like the highest numbered base cards. I think HOFBC Card Shop Eric does it that way, which is awesome. Just, I think he goes by the highest base card in the set. I do it by the lowest numbered card because I love parallels, so I'm just looking for parallels. And there we go, John A-Rod's rookie card. Congratulations on that one. John A with former Yankee A-Rod. John is a huge Yankees fan, so I'm sure that one will have a nice little place in his Yankees collection. Let's see if we can find you the Wave of the Future. We still have not yet found the Wave of the Future. Scotty Craves More Cards has just become a new member of the channel. Thank you very much, Scotty. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys will check out Scotty Craves More Cards. And JJ Sports Cards says, I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Congratulations. I wish YouTube would give you something for all these different tiers. For example, when you get to 100,000 subscribers, you finally get recognized by YouTube as having done a good job. Not like you haven't been doing it already, but they finally recognize you with a plaque. And I feel like they should be doing that at 100 and then 1,000 and then 10,000, maybe 50,000. It'd be kind of cool to work your way up, even if it's just like a virtual thing you can print out and hang up on your wall, little certificate. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so John, let's see what we can find. Congratulations on almost getting there, JJ and JJ Sports Cards. There's the link by Heather if you'd like to check out his channel as we work through John's next pack. Here's his next. All right, so we got a Pat Mears, Bernard Gilkey, who was a star of Men in Black 2, also a fan favorite of Fan Mail Fridays. Used to have his cards pop up every now and again. What else do we have? They always put the back card of the packs upside down so they could, I guess you could see the top and bottom card for a reason. There's the John Hudek Wave of the Future that somebody was asking for. Former closer John Hudek, another fan favorite. Daryl Strawberry. There's Kenny Rogers. Silent Collector says, Jabs, get on base. Pick Bellinger, Rizzo, or Soto for getting on base. That's a good question. I don't have their walk numbers in front of me. Bellinger, Rizzo, or Soto. I would take... That's a tough one. I guess I'm going to go with Bellinger first. I feel like he's... I don't know. I feel like he's a power bat and also gets on base. I'm going to go with Bellinger, Soto, and then Rizzo, number 3. That's my order. I hope you guys will check out Silent Collector. There's the link right there. Looks like Devlin has the same exact order that I do. Silent Collector's also going with Belly as well. Cody Bellinger, what a star he's become. Thank you, Heather. You are so fast at that now. You are just churning them out over there. Helping me open these packs, because otherwise, you can see, it takes me a long enough time just to get the cellophane off. Yeah, Belly and Soto are only going to get better as well. Let's see what we can find for John and see if we can find him a second A-Rod. Triple B says, with 2 strikes, Rizzo chokes up, goes contact mode, which is, I guess, good. Triple B knows everything about the Cubbies for sure, so I definitely believe him there. I didn't look at Rizzo's strikeout rates, so I'm not exactly sure about that. There's A-Rod again. So John gets 2 A-Rods. Congratulations on that. 2 A-Rods for John. Could he find a third? Looks like he still has about, I don't know, a third of the box left. There's another nice Yankee there. Jim Abbott. Love Jim Abbott. All right, John, let's see if we can find you a third A-Rod. I really want to see that Wave of the Future A-Rod. JT says, hello, Heather. How is your day going? She gave a thumbs up. So, yeah, we're having a good day today. It's been a fun day. A couple different games of baseball going on. And Daddy Daughter Card Break says, 289, and thanks to the new additions, can we get to 300 subscribers? And Triple B says, Jabs keeps passing, slamming Sammy. Sorry, Triple B. Yeah, Sammy Sosa. Not a Hall of Famer, but definitely notable from this era. I hope you guys will check out Daddy Daughter Card Breaks and help his channel reach that 300 milestone. Getting ever close to moving up the ranks. Daddy Daughter says, Sosa actually is a good-looking card in this set. 1994 Flair Sammy Sosa is a nice one. Here, let's go through these. So I don't want the stack to be too large, and then sometimes it makes the cards a little more difficult to go through. Looking for a third Alex Rodriguez rookie card for John. There's John Hudek. I believe that's his rookie year, 94s. He's in the Wave of the Future set. Not like it matters. There's the Randy Johnson Hall of Famer. Sometimes I forget to point out some of these guys like Sammy Sosa because I feel like I may have highlighted him a little bit more in our preview video for this break. You guys know how you toss back Tuesdays over on Patreon. This was the featured product. I took one box out and opened it over there for the folks on Patreon instead of doing a standalone one. I figured we'll just do the whole case, a live version for you guys so some folks can buy in that want to. And this one is sold out. I only was able to get the one case. If anybody else out there wants a case, you can pick these up for about, I think it's $750 after shipping and taxes, which is pretty ridiculous, but you know how it goes in this new era of card collecting. All the boxes and cases, especially the stuff from the 90s too, is just going through the roof. So, John, here we go. Here's your last stack. There's a Craig Biggio in there, Hall of Famer Craig Biggio. We have Darren Dalton as well. And what else do we have? A Terry Mulholland Wave of the Future card coming up. It's going to be John Lieber, former Yankee John Lieber, right? Lee Smith. And the last one is a Matt Mieske again. Unfortunately, no A-Rod Wave of the Future, but that is John's stacks done and ready to go. And you got 2 A-Rods that we'll get sleeved and put in the middle of those team bags. Nice thick cards. Next box up, box number 8, coming our way right now. Manny says nothing is stocked. I'll tell you what, Manny, our Walmarts around here have been awful. Nothing's been stocked either. For a few months, in fact, it seems. There's been one Walmart. The last time I did, I don't know, The Walmart one from April, I got lucky on that one. I feel like I actually picked those up maybe like mid-April and released the video like a week later. That's the only one I can find it at, and I believe that that's just the case because no one ever shops at that Walmart. Kind of like out of the way type Walmart. Let's see what we can find for Keith in box number 8. Best of luck to you, Keith. I'm going to move some of your packs over to Heather's side of the table. She just stepped out to take the previous box into the shipping area. Todd says, do an 89 upper deck break. Todd, that'd be a fun one. Too bad cases of those now are like $4,000, I think. Madness to Creation says, Game 7, who gets the ball? Smoltz, Pettitte, or Big Unit? Thank you very much, Madness to Creation. That is a very interesting question. All great choices. Me personally, I think I'm going with John Smoltz. Well, what would you go with? In their prime, who gets the ball in Game 7? Andy Pettitte, Smoltz, or Randy Johnson? I feel like out of those three, I would probably put the Big Unit last, actually, because he had kind of limited playoff experience compared to the other guys. But I think I would go with Smoltz. Andy Pettitte, a great pitcher, kind of had, I don't want to say pedestrian numbers in the postseason, but average. If you look at his postseason numbers, Andy Pettitte, that's one of the kind of gripes against him. He was kind of an average postseason pitcher. I forget what his earned run average was, maybe like upper 3s, lower 4s for the postseason. Here you go, Heather. Thank you very much. But yeah, Jack Morris, if he was on the list, would be a good choice as well. All great choices for sure, and all Hall of Fame worthy. Andy Pettitte, of course, is not in, but maybe someday he'll get in there with all of his championships. Of course, Pettitte kind of blemished himself by testing positive for, what did he take? Testosterone, I guess. Or was it HGH? It was something. I think it was HGH for an elbow injury. So Andy Pettitte has that on his resume, unfortunately. And that is going to probably keep some voters away from him. All right, so here we go. Paul agrees, says, yep, it was HGH. That's what I thought. Keith, let's see what we can find for you in box number 8. Thank you very much for your participation in the break tonight, Keith. Here we go. We got a Carlos Garcia leading things off. Paul says he admitted it and was semi-forgiven. There's a Slam and Sammy for Triple B. He wants us to kind of enjoy this card a little more. We've seen it come up a few times. You can see in the Cubs, if the Cubs in 93 started to take off, they hit 33 home runs. There's the infield power. These cards need to be a little more spruced up. These infield power cards for insert cards, they look too, I don't know, just kind of like bland. They kind of look just like a base card to me, just split in two. We have a Mark Aker Wave of the Future. Unfortunately, not the Wave of the Future A-Rod that we're after. Madness to Creation says Smoltz, Big Unit, and Pettitte. There's the A-Rod for Keith. Very nice. A-Rod rookie card pops up for Keith. Now, every A-Rod cards, everyone has received one. And I think everyone has, except for one person, has received 2 A-Rod cards, which is very nice. And the hot gloves are definitely nice as well. Heather, you're on fire with opening these. Thank you very much. All right, Keith, let's see what we can find in your pack. We'll break open a few of these packs for you. Blaine says, can you imagine how much Trout will be if he ever wins a World Series? His cards are crazy now. Yeah, every time he wins the MVP award, his cards seem to double in value. So, I don't know. Sacento says, anyone snag any 2020 Bowman today? Hobby boxes were instantly sold out. It's really tough to get them for sure. I think all the big outlets like Steel City and Blowout and Dave and Adams are all sold out at 2020. I'm just glad that I was able to get one case of it. I could go on eBay and buy another case and, wait for that to show up. I might do that. I don't know. It's definitely spiking in value. There's Orlando Miller Wave of the Future. We'll have to see. One case might be enough. I don't know. Definitely fun to open some new stuff for sure. And we have Bernard Gilkey. Yeah, there's some cases of 2020 Bowman on eBay already, for sure. People are always listing stuff for pre-sales. There's Sergeant Rock. Says, salutations, Heather and Eric. Sergeant Rock reporting for duty, sir. Headed over to my local Target and Walmart. So, what? Did you already go there, Sergeant Rock? If you did, let us know how you did. Did you find 2020 Bowman? Some folks in certain parts of the country have been very lucky to find some 2020 Bowman on the shelves. I hope you'll check out Sergeant Rock's channel, and I hope you'll find some 2020 Bowman there. If you do find some, I hope you open them up and you don't flip them on eBay for $60 a piece. But if you do, that's your prerogative. Some folks are doing that. When does Select Baseball come out? Select Baseball comes out tomorrow, actually. Sacenta says, my Walmart's and Target barely ever even get stocked. That's how it is around here as well. Targets are pretty good around here, but Walmart is another story. They're done by different companies. MJ Holding Company does the Walmarts in this area, and I think Walmarts across the country. And Fairfield does, there's a nice Jeff Bagwell. We'll sleeve that bad boy. Fairfield does the Targets, if I'm not mistaken. There's a Larry Walker, who's a Hall of Famer. Denny Nagel, there's the big unit, just speaking about Randy Johnson. There's Mark Aker again. Excel does the Targets in New Jersey. Excel Marketing, maybe that's who does it. You're probably right. It probably is Excel. I believe A-Rod, our second A-Rod for Keith. So another box with 2 A-Rods. I was expecting 1 A-Rod per box on average. But so far, every single box has had 2 A-Rods except for 1. There's 200 cards in Series 2, 240 total cards per box, so you should expect 1 A-Rod, I would say. Very nice. Congratulations, Keith, on getting 2 A-Rods. Getting lucky. Matt's Baseball Card Break says 111 subscribers. 500 Arkansas doesn't get any cards. That really stinks. Arkansas doesn't get any cards. It must be a dead zone for the card collecting community. Maybe not a lot of people buy cards there, and that's why they're not stocking the shelves. I'm hoping with the boom in the card business now that maybe some of these places will start expanding their card units and making more room and carrying more stuff. There's Sergeant Rock 52 says, on my way, if I'm successful, I'll send them to you. Sergeant Rock, let me know what you find. That'd be awesome if you do find some 2020 Bowman blasters. I will definitely, I'd be interested in one, and we could toss that into our Face-Off Friday next week, because I don't know if I'm going to have any luck around here. I haven't had any luck finding any yet. Haven't looked too hard. I only went out once when I was picking up my breakfast items. There we go. A-Rod Wave of the Future. We were waiting on this card. It's the best Wave of the Future insert, and Keith, it's your third A-Rod card. You got his 2 base rookie cards, and now his nice Wave of the Future Flair insert. Congratulations. Here's the back of this one. Beautiful looking card. Love that purple background. Card number 8 of 10 and 93 to age 17. A-Rod was the first player selected in baseball's amateur draft. Number 1 overall. A year later in July, the Mariners plucked the defensive whiz out of Double-A and brought him to the majors. Yep, you might remember A-Rod came up as a little 18-year-old, and the rest is history. Went on to hit, 697 career home runs or so. Got himself in some hot water over the years. Signed some big contracts of like $252 million along the way. A-Rod definitely had himself a career. And there's Randy Johnson. I like that. There's a nice Brent Gates, Mark Lemke, and Ken Camnetti. And Chuck Carr, former speedster Chuck Carr. Let's find the rest of the cards and see if there's anything else. An A-bomb from A-Rod, Keith. That is right. 357 Magus says, have you bought any Project 2020 cards? Nope. Have not found any of those yet, 357. Or not. I mean, I've seen them. I've looked at them, but I haven't brought myself to buy any. And I guess I should have, because the prices of those are spiking as well, along with everything else. So it would have been a great investment for sure. So, Keith, your stuff is in the books. Is Darryl Strawberry a Hall of Famer? Asked Card Pack Breaker. No, unfortunately, you're going to probably put him into the grouping of guys that were great, good to great, but not good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. Guys like Dale Murphy and the like Dave Parker, guys like that had some really nice seasons. Darryl Strawberry was great in the mid to late 80s, and then after that, He was okay, of course. Very serviceable outfielder, but not the same type of guy. Of course, Darryl Strawberry had some personal demons along the way that he struggled with, such as substance abuse and whatnot. I guess he's cleaned up now, and I think Darryl Strawberry might even be a minister. Sergeant Rock says, all right, Heather, at least give us all a hello. Smash that like button, please. Sergeant Rock, thank you very much. I think Heather might be typing a hello right now. There we go. Okay, there you go, Sergeant Rock. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All right, so let's see what we can find for Wayne H right now. Wayne, you've got a grand total of 24 packs coming your way. I'll slide these over for the mysterious Heather to open up there, and I'll start on these ones. Owen says, is anyone a Shaq fan here? I used to be a big Shaq fan, 7'1" Shaq. Used to have Shaq shoes when I was a teenager. Heather just gave me the weirdest look. Yeah, Shaq shoes. Remember do you ever watch Saturday Night Live when you were a teenager, Heather? Anyone remember the Dawn West Shop at Home Network when they were trying to sell a Shaq plaque? Used to love Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live. A Shaq plaque, and he was trying to push that on everybody. Yeah, good old Shaquille O'Neal. I didn't really follow basketball too much, but I used to love playing basketball. In fact, it was my best sport there, probably in the later rounds of high school. Silent Collector says, Jabs, get the win. Pick a closer. Aroldis Chapman, Edwin Diaz, or Kenley Jansen. I'm going to take Aroldis Chapman if you ask me today. Edwin Diaz, kind of iffy. Kenley Jansen, I wasn't too... I don't know, it didn't make me feel too great. Kind of started out last year a little bit shaky. I'm going to go with the Aroldis Chapman, number 1 right there. Edwin Diaz, of course, struggled mightily last year with the New York Mets, even lost his closer job. Devlin says Chapman all day. Diaz and Chapman are on the downturn. Diaz and Jansen, yeah, Jansen lost some miles, and he was even having trouble hitting 90 miles an hour in April of last year. I was like, uh-oh, is this the end for Kenley? But he bounced back a little bit. Also had, I guess, some heart concern last year. But he's going to be okay as he recovered and finished out the season without problems. Yeah, Josh Hader, don't forget about him. All right, so we're on to our next box for Wayne, box number 9. Looking for A-Rod rookie cards. Every box so far has had 2 rookies, except for one, which only had 1 rookie, but it's still better than no A-Rod rookies. Let's see what we can find next. Who's my favorite Hall of Famer? That's a tough question, Keith. That's a really tough question. I loved Cal Ripken Jr. as a kid, so I might say Cal Ripken, but I also loved Mariano Rivera, the great Mo from the Yankees. So those are definitely, I would have to really think about it. Bappa Fett says, Eric, you're tall. You should be all about the basketball. Yeah, my dad really pushed basketball on me really hardcore when I was in 8th grade. I wanted nothing to do with it. And I started going to the Y every day, and then I guess it all changed for me once I started to be able to dunk. Then, like, all of the other kids thought I was super cool because I could dunk a basketball. And I don't know, then I was super into that. All right, so Wayne, let's see who we can find in your stack. We'll start ripping through these. Your thoughts on Pete Rose? Should he be in the Hall of Fame? That's a real touchy issue for sure. I don't know. He does have some artifacts, I guess, in the Hall of Fame. It's a really tough call. If you let him back in, do you let other folks back in? It's, I don't know. A lot of people say yes. I'm kind of on the... I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to really think about it. Maybe put him in with an asterisk. Maybe, I don't know, maybe put all those steroid guys in with an asterisk. Give them a different little section of the hall. Maybe give them a little alcove like where they have the broadcasters. They have the broadcasters like scrolled away up in the corner around the bend in the Hall of Fame. Maybe do something like that. Yeah, unfortunately for Pete Rose, made some bad choices, got addicted to gambling, and would bet on games that he was managing in. So he was involved with some seedy fellows betting on games, which, you know, I think MLB is a little bit afraid that might set a precedent. They want to make sure that that never happens again. So I feel like Pete may never get in the Hall of Fame. Like maybe if you have a real progressive thinking commissioner at some point, they would allow him some sort of recognition. How about this one? A-Rod Wave of the Future for Wayne on the back. We're going to put this one back in the pack for you, Wayne. We're not going to open it just in case you want to sell that or whatever you want to do with it. An unopened Wave of the Future A-Rod rookie card. I'm glad that we just pulled that card for our last contestant. Very, very nice. So another A-Rod. If we have the top card on a rack pack, we're not going to open it. Just because it makes it sometimes... A-Rod, there we go. Another A-Rod for Wayne. So A-Rod's getting... popping up left and right. Congratulations on that one, Wayne. Back-to-back A-Rods and back-to-back packs. And one of them was the elusive Wave of the Future, which you've only seen twice now. All right, let's see what we can find for Wayne now. See if we can find him a second one. Metal says, I love Pete Rose, but he does not deserve Hall of Fame honors anymore, in my honest opinion. Yeah, it's a sad story, Pete Rose. I know that Pete Rose was trying to get reinstated to the Hall of Fame this offseason. He was appealing to the commissioner saying, okay, so the Houston Astros cheated and won the World Series in 2017 with a slap on the wrist, and all of their players aren't being punished whatsoever. They all still get to play. The only people that were punished were the management. A.J. Hinch and the general manager, Jeff Lunau, and also the organization was fined, $5 million. But the players themselves that cheated weren't punished. There's A-Rod again, another A-Rod for Wayne. So that's 3. So Pete said, okay, that doesn't make sense. These guys basically stole a World Series and nothing's happening to them. And his argument is, I bet on baseball, but I always bet for my team. I never bet against my team. So I never influence the outcome of any games in a negative direction. But baseball is not having that. That's his argument. I'm not supporting it. I'm not refuting it. I'm just telling you what he is thinking about. JT said it's because A. Bartlett Giamatti dies shortly after giving Rose the band. Yeah, that was sad too. A. Bartlett Giamatti was the commissioner at the time. You guys might know his son, by the way, Paul Giamatti, who is a very famous actor. And his father, A. Bartlett Giamatti, was commissioner for maybe about a year or so. And he passed away suddenly from a heart attack. And several card companies actually honored A. Bartlett Giamatti in 1990. He gave him his own card. There's an A. Bartlett Giamatti 1990 Topps card and also 1990 Donruss card. I used to really like those cards and would want them. And they used to be worth like $1 or $2 back in the day. It's not the first time we've seen commissioner cards. Back in the early 50s, there were some commissioner cards in sets. So kind of a cool thing. So Wayne, congratulations on your not 1, not 2, but 3 A-Rod cards. One still sealed in its packaging for you. Very nice run of packs there for Wayne. Next up is box number 10. This is for Daniel. Best of luck to you, Daniel. Let me grab your box. Does Bill Buckner deserve the Hall of Fame? Asked Blaine. I would say probably not. He's one of those guys kind of like close, but not quite. All right, here we go. Box number 10. How to take a quick drink. Thanks once again for joining us on Throwback Thursday, everybody. You are so efficient. Heather, I just gave her a high five. She's taking if you're wondering what the squeaking sound is, she just ran the last one over there. As we go through, she's sleeving the cards, team bagging them, and then taking them over to the holding section, which we'll probably show them that on Patreon, don't you think? Show them all the shelving units and how it's organized. Let's see what we can find for Daniel. I'm going to move some of these over here when you get a chance, Heather. All right, so Daniel SNY, and there he is, Dan's Dailies. You're up to bat right now, says, let's go. This is mine, guys. Daniel actually has the next 2 boxes, so best of luck to Dan's Dailies. I hope you can get maybe a couple A-Rods, or maybe you'll see some nice cards come out of these boxes. There's Heather with Dan's link. And, oh, sorry, Heather. There we go. We need to get 2 box cutters in here, huh? If you see some nice cards, maybe, I don't know, you see a nice, like Greg Vaughn, and you were the biggest Greg Vaughn fan growing up, you might want to follow Dan on YouTube. Maybe he'll do some of these for a giveaway at some point, or maybe you can work out a trade with Dan's Daily. Says he's also looking for Cal Ripken Juniors as well. I don't believe Ripken is in the base set. I think he's in Series 1, but he does, I believe, have an insert card in the infield power set, so maybe we will see that one pop up. I love Cal Ripken Jr. We need to go after maybe his rookie card again, don't you think? Maybe do a 1982 Topps break once more. How about that one? Heather just cracked open a Wave of the Future pack. Nice, Heather. You got the Midas Touch over there. We're not going to open this for Dan's Dailies. It's right off the top. Heather's opening these and putting them down right off to my left. A Wave of the Future A-Rod pack. We'll get that one sleeved up for you right on the top. You can toss that on eBay if you'd like to and get a nice little extra, little premium for being at the top of an unopened pack. You sometimes see people do that for any rack packs or cello packs. This is Dan's A-Rod pack. We just put that there. We'll just, I guess, have you been putting those in team bags? Heather's been team bagging those and putting them with all your other stuff. So here we go. Your very first, I guess, pack that we showed was the A-Rod Wave of the Future. That one's been coming out a lot. We didn't see it in our first 7 or 8 boxes whatsoever, but it's come out of like the last 3. There's Don Mattingly infield power card. I like that one. Jeff Bagwell. A-Rod pops up again. So Daniel, about, I don't know, gone through 4 packs so far, has 2 A-Rods. Alex Rodriguez rookie card right there. Congratulations. Devlin says Flair was $8 to $10 a pack minimum back in the day, and minimum wage was $5.90. So that gives you an idea. They were quite valuable and expensive, unfortunately, for all of us kids. I remember I used to make about, maybe $20 a week cutting grass. I'd cut my parents' grass and the neighbor's grass. I'd make about $20 a week, and I'd spend every single dollar that I made on baseball cards. Once I got my first quote-unquote real job at a fast food restaurant, that's when I started saving all my money for a car, and that's when I got out of cards. That would be the summer of '98 I started my first quote-unquote real job. Flipping some burgers, and I guess I really wanted a car back then, I should say. Not card. Save my money for that, and that kind of knocked me out of baseball cards, I guess. JT made $8 a week on a paper route, and it all went to cards. Yeah, I would get $50 for birthdays and Christmases from my grandma. Sometimes also $50 from my uncle, and all of that money would go into the baseball card fund. And my parents thought I was crazy. They said it's a terrible investment. They're cardboard. They're not worth anything. And you know what? They actually ended up being right about some of it, like the junk wax stuff, unfortunately. A lot of the packs of I don't know, what do we used to buy back then? 91 Don Russ all the time and stuff like that. Looking for elite cards. There's a nice insert card right there. It is Don Mattingly Hot Gloves. I like that one a lot. Nice card. I believe these are roughly 1 per box or so, maybe 1 every 24 packs. We'll get that one sleeved up for you. Congrats on the Donnie baseball. And then Devlin says, just had to wait 30 years for the junk era to regain its value again. I'll tell you what, the junk wax era, the commons not so much, but some of the higher end rookies like the Griffey PSA 10s are going through the roof. Also, cases and boxes are going through the roof as well. So within the past, few months or so, we've definitely seen a spike in junk wax era stuff go way, way up for sure. And a lot of the older boxes are being driven by, what is this weird pink sticker here? That's kind of weird. Maybe a factory thing. Heather, did you put that on there? She's shaking her head no. Maybe there's some kind of, it'd be cool if there was some sort of special card in there. Of course, they weren't doing autographs really back then. Every now and then, Upper Deck, you might be able to find an autograph in one of their packs if you bought like 6 cases and pulled that one lucky pack. Sometimes Don Russ would insert autographs as well. But again, you'd be better off just buying like the, pick 4, whatever the lottery is, and having a better shot at hitting that than pulling one of those. All right, let's see what we have coming out of Daniel's next stack. He's already pulled 2 A-Rods, 1 base rookie, and 1 Wave of the Future rookie insert on the front of a pack. And there we go. He said he was looking for Cal Ripken Jr. I told you he was in the infield power set, and you got him. Cal Ripken Jr. in the infield power set. Nice looking Cal Ripken Jr. Flair card. Dan's Dailies brought him up, and I said, we need to go after his rookie card again and do a case of 82 or maybe even a box of 82 tops. I think maybe one thing that I kind of have on my radar, maybe that we'll do, I don't know when we'll do this, maybe sometime this summer, maybe do an 80s BBCE break or something like that and try to track down a baseball card exchange box from every year of the 80s. And maybe like all the different years of 80s Donruss or 80s Fleer or 80s Tops. And sit here in a live stream and do 9 different boxes. Actually, it'd be 10 different boxes if it was Tops, 80 through 89. And do a big rookie card search, and there'd be 36 spots, and each spot will get 1 pack from each baseball card exchange authenticated box. That's something I'd like to do at some point. Of course, those boxes are going up in value too. Like 1981 Tops, I saw is on eBay now for like $700 to $1,000 just for a box of 81 Tops. It's not like they have any like super huge rookie cards in 81 Tops. I mean, you got Kirk Gibson in there and Fernando Valenzuela. And yeah, Paul, baseball card exchange, 80s baseball inventory, it's almost nothing. If you go to bbce.com and look at their 80s inventory, they don't really have anything at all. And I know that I talked to the owner there, and he said he's having some trouble. Steve's having some trouble finding stuff. It's getting really, really hard to find unopened boxes nowadays to even authenticate anymore. So, I hope that they can track down some more stuff because I love baseball card exchange, authenticated boxes. That's some of my favorite stuff to open for Throwback Thursdays. If I can't find them, I guess I'll have to go the route like I did today and pick up a case of old stuff, a sealed case. You guys actually watched me crack this sealed case in our Toss Back Tuesday video. I took the case, put it right here on this spot, opened it up, and grabbed the box, took it downstairs for Mr. Dan T. Opened that up and had some fun doing that one. That was like an 18-minute video. Went a little bit slower, talking about the cards for you guys on our Toss Back Tuesday episode on Patreon. Bland says, I think your creativity for this hobby is awesome. You're always looking for ways to come up with fun new content. Thanks very much. I can't take credit for that. A lot of these ideas come from you guys. Todd Richardson feeds me great ideas from time to time. People have been asking for box wars, and I've been wanting to do a box war, so that's how I came up with the Saturday Showdown, which was a really fun one. It almost feels like I'm watching some sort of like game show or something with these numbered cards coming up. There's the Sammy Sosa for Bobby Bleeds Blue, and there's Orlando Miller. So Daniel, that's your first box for Dan's Dailies. He's got 2 A-Rods, one in a sealed pack that we're not going to open. He also got a Cal Ripken Jr. infield power card. We'll put this there for Heather. She just ran the previous box out, and now we're going with Dan's second box. Best of luck to you, Dan. In box number 2. Let's see if we can find for you. Let's see if we can find another A-Rod. And again, if you haven't followed Dan on YouTube already, you should get on that. I appreciate your support. And also, I don't know if you can see this on the top of the screen or not, but up here I have some Bowman Chrome. Let me just pan on up. These are waiting to be opened very soon. They're all lined up. We'll do those as soon as the Flair is done. And there are, I think, 17 boxes. So 6 more boxes after this, and we'll get into some Bowman Chrome for you guys. You can see Devin is starting us off there. Devin G's got the first mini box. We'll finish up that case. Of course, we had some PayPal issues last night. The late payments coming in weren't showing up, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's get Daniel's next stacks over there. I'll start opening some of these. Heather is currently out of the room, running some stuff over to the holding unit. I'll start with 4. How much is Flair per box you just got here? Rob, I can't remember what Flair was per box back in the day. We feel like it was about at least $5 a pack, so it was at least $100 a box back in the day. Now you can pick up a box of Flair for about $60 on eBay. At least Series 2. There's 2 different series. Series 2 is the better of the 2 because not only do you have the A-Rod rookie card, you also have the A-Rod Wave of the Future rookie insert card. And if you go by Beckett Almanac, they value Series 2 at 4 times the value as Series 1. They have Series 1 in there at $10 for the whole set, and they have Series 2 in there for $40 for the complete set. Triple B says, I can't super chat. The internet's acting crazy. Sometimes that happens, Triple B, with the YouTube thing, and sometimes you have to switch your device. So if you're on a phone, you might have to go to a laptop, and if you're on a laptop, you might have to go to a phone or an iPad. I don't know why that happens, but that happens all the time. I imagine a Cal Ripken Jr. auto. That would be crazy for sure. I love Cal Ripken Jr. Unfortunately, there's no Cal Ripken Jr. autos in this set. Flair was more just a high base end stock as most of the 94 products where you do have some inserts like the nice Frank Thomas infield power card there. What else do we have? There's William Van Landingham, which is the nice one. There's Wade Boggs, who's a Hall of Famer, also threw a nasty knuckleball. Jeff Bagwell infield power. Infield power set is pretty nice for sure. What else do we have? We have a Roger Clemens and Ramon Martinez. Card Collector says, who's better, Tatis, Keston, or Vladdy? Who do you guys think? I'm going to go with Tatis for number 1 out of those 3. I love Fernando Tatis. They're all great. I love Keston here as well, but I think right now I'm going to go with Fernando Tatis Jr. talking about the overall player package. I think Vladdy might hit the most home runs out of all those guys. Keston Hiura might be the most, I don't know, well-rounded player. How about this one? Infield power for Daniel. Daniel's after this card. I'm not going to open this one for you either, Daniel. I'm going to give you, hey, it's Larry Walker on the other side as well. We're going to give this back to you, Daniel. Daniel said he was looking for that Cal Ripken Jr. insert card, so we're going to keep that one in the box for you. What else do we have? There's a Mike Devereaux. Yeah, Tatis is a great player for sure. We'll see what he can do with a full season. He was injured, unfortunately, a lot in his first season. Missed probably about 2 months' worth of time at least. Dan's Daily says, Ripken is my favorite player. I have his Topps rookie card autoed by him, and it's PSA graded. I'm also opening Select on Sunday. So Dan's Dailies, thank you very much. What time are you opening your Select, Dan? Maybe we can coordinate it. If you'd like a lead-in, I can finish up and lead into you. I usually try to finish my breaks a little earlier now so the East Coast folks don't have to stay up late. Very nice, Dan. Select, very, very interesting set. I can't wait to open that up on Sunday evening. We'll probably start our break. Oh, what time should we start on Sunday, Heather? 6:30 or 7? It probably won't be a very, very long one. I think I have 2 cases of Select, and there's 12 boxes per case and 12 packs per box, so maybe a 7 p.m., I don't know, 6:30, 7 p.m. we'll probably start. That's usually about our start time recently for our breaks. Let's see what else we have coming up. We have William Van Landingham, who I used to love. I mentioned that several times. My brother hated Eric Plunk with a passion. I also didn't like him because I didn't like the way he spelled his first name. And then there's a Chad O.J., who my brother and I used to mispronounce his name all the time. We used to say Ogia instead of OJ. What else do we have? We have a Don Mattingly infield power card for Dan. That's a nice one right there. Get that one in a sleeve. Tony Gwynn was in there as well. And we have a Tom Candiotti, knuckleballer Candiotti. Let's go through the rest. It looks like you have about half the box left, Dan, in box number 11. You got Jeff Fassero, who's a nice pitcher there for the Expos. Unfortunately, the Expos were kind of, I don't know, maybe jobbed out of getting their 94 World Series championship. A lot of folks think that the Expos would have sealed the deal in 94 and won the World Series. That could have really set off a new era of baseball up in Montreal, but it didn't happen. The strike happened. The Expos then lost all of their great talent that would become free agents. And unfortunately, they would leave Montreal about a decade later. I think 2004 was their last season there. And they moved to D.C., I think, in 2005. Even near the end, the last couple of years, Montreal was splitting its time, playing half of their games in Montreal and half of them down in San Juan, Puerto Rico, which was kind of weird. I guess they figured that since no one's going to the Olympic Stadium, that's the route they would go with. That kind of plan's been floated about recently for the Tampa Bay Rays, playing half of their games at Tampa and then half of their games up in Montreal and get them a team back. We'll see what happens with the Rays. There's an infield power card here of Fred Mcgriff, who I love. Fred Mcgriff should be in the Hall of Fame. Almost at 500 home runs, and he did it all clean. Used to love his follow-through with that bat kind of helicoptering around his head. Ruben Sierra was a nice player back in the day. I used to like his 87 Topps rookie. There's Bobby Bleeds Blue. His favorite card of the set, Sammy Sosa. What else do we have? Dylan, I don't remember what your question was. Sometimes I can't catch everything as I'm looking at the cards. Let's see what else we have. There's Sandy Alomar Jr. We've got Wave of Cards 2, Tony Tourette. Wave of the Future 2. Wave of Cards, I guess, would be a great YouTube channel that you should check out. Jason C. We haven't seen him in here yet. Let's see what else we have. Doug Drabeck and Denny Nagel was the last one. So, Daniel, here is your last stack. So far out of this box, no A-Rods. In your box number 10, you got a bunch of A-Rods, at least 2 that I can remember. Now, let's see what we can find for you. Jafet is here. How's it going, Jafet? Hope you are doing well. Best cards so far, well, 94 Flair. There weren't any autographs or anything, so we're looking for A-Rod rookie cards. We probably found about a dozen or more of them. And also found, I think, at least three of his Wave of the Future cards. We got there he is, Alex Rodriguez, so that's the best card you can find in the set. It's his rookie card. This is a higher-end 94 release, so that's a nice one. A PSA 10 A-Rod, which a lot of these... kind of easier to get a PSA 10 if you would really want to get that graded. With the thicker stock, there's a Mike Piazza, nice one right there. That goes for about $80 to $100. What else do we have? There's Shane Mack. Eddie Murray, switch hitting a Hall of Famer. And there's Mill2K11 says, Piazza and Salmon Waves of the Future used to sell pretty well. I remember those days. The Wave of the Futures, people were all about those. Is this a break, says Jafet? Yeah, I picked up a whole case of these. Of 94 Flair off of eBay, and now we're breaking through them. I want to do more than just like one box so we can get a few different folks in here. And also, we're going to be finishing up these shortly. These are the leftover Bowman Chromes from last night. We were having some PayPal difficulty, the site was, and I couldn't verify that these folks had paid. So we're going to finish that up tonight as well in a couple more boxes. Looks like we have, how many we got left? 5 after this Adam J box. So for those of you that love Flair, you got 5 more boxes. For those of you waiting for your Chrome, you got 5 more boxes after this. Let's see what we can find. Card Collector says, how much did you guys pay for this? The buy-in on this was $52, free shipping from me. That was the buy-in price, which this one is for Dan, right? Can't forget his Wave of the Future pack right there. All right, Adam, you're up right now. Adam J. We'll start cracking open. I'll do about 4 of these and give the rest to Heather if she gets a chance. All right, let's see what we can find. There's Jeff Brantley, nice announcer. I love listening to Jeff Brantley on rides back from Cincinnati. Jeff Brantley and Marty Brenneman. Of course, I think Brenneman's retired now, isn't he? Or is that Tom Brenneman? Sometimes I get them confused. There's a nice Kirby Puckett for Adam. The Hot Gloves insert. Those are roughly 1 in every box or so. There's Dan's Daily. Says, thank you, Jabs. I'm not sure what time Sunday I'll be opening Select. I get off work at 7 a.m. and then have to be back at work at 7 p.m. Well, Dan, I guess you're going to go with the early show there. So if you want to check out Dan's Dailies, I hope you'll check him out. I'll probably be breaking my Select right around 7 p.m. So I'm sorry to say you might miss that one, but you can always watch the replay. Jafet says, you should definitely be an announcer, maybe even a Hall of Famer, Jafet. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. I love announcing cards for sure. I don't really feel like an announcer, except when I did that Saturday Showdown. I actually felt like an announcer doing those. That was a fun one. Looking at the parallel cards, it was, I don't know, kind of like I was announcing a game or something. We had the folks competing, each with a different stack, trying to get the lowest numbered card. Dan says, I will watch you while I'm at work. All right, Dan, that's awesome to know that you'll be in the audience still. Some of us are lucky enough to have jobs where we're able to multitask and listen in on the live streams while working. I know some folks say that they do that, and then they might have the audio on in the background. If they start hearing me yelling around, then they'll tune in. There's the nice Kirby Puckett. That's the hot glove card, nice die cut card. Love those. We'll get that one sleeved up for you, Adam. Roughly 1 per box. There's an Ivan Rodriguez. That's a Hall of Fame card right there. And Kurt Schilling will be in the Hall of Fame. Probably next year. He'll be elected at this time, I think. Trevor says, helps make the day go by for sure at work. Yeah, especially when we get those long ones. Sometimes we have longer breaks. Although I think the next ones, next couple breaks, are going to be a little bit shorter. Probably no more like the Select and Bowman. No more than 2 hours, maybe, I would say. Paul says, 8 p.m. medicine alarm. Love it. Yep, they know when it's time to take the medicine, Heather. Here's Adam's next stack. I have it a little easier. I take my medicine every morning right when I wake up. I have to take a pill every single day. Since I had thyroid cancer and they cut my entire thyroid out, I just take a pill to replicate the thyroid, synthetic thyroid pill. It's not that bad, except I can't eat for the first hour of my day, so I'm super hungry. Just try to keep my mind off of it and do other stuff. There's Sergeant Rock 52 says, I found 20 Tufts opening day blasters and 2019 opening day blaster boxes so far. Sergeant Rock 52 is on the hunt for some 2020 Bowman. He said he was going out to Target and Walmart. So far, nothing crazy that he's found. 2019 and 2020 blasters. There's the A-Rod for Adam. Congratulations on finding A-Rod's rookie card. A nice hit right there. We'll get that one put in the sleeve for you. And we also have a Joey Hamilton, who I remember was a nice prospect for the Padres back in the day. So, Sergeant Rock, I hope you can find some 2020 Bowman. Unfortunately, like the first, I don't know, I feel like the first guy that goes in there that knows anything about cards is going to grab every single one of those. That usually seems to at least around here, that happens. You almost have to get there right when they are stocking. They should put a little sign on there for new hot releases like that, like they do with the toilet paper. Limit 1 per customer. Guys probably saw the whole toilet paper shortage once we started to see toilet paper come back into stores. There was always a limit of 1 per customer. There's the Grim Ripper. It says, clean home runs from the 50s and 60s greats. Search Home Run Derby on YouTube. It was a TV series back in the day. First episode was Mantle versus Mays. I think I remember that one. The Grim Ripper, thank you very much. If you guys like home run derbies like I do, I hope you guys will search that up. That sounds like a good one for sure. Sergeant Rock says, what about 2020 Gypsy Queen? Thank you very much, Grim Ripper. I really appreciate your support. And 2020 Gypsy Queen is not that bad. I like 2020 Gypsy Queen. I'll tell you what, I feel like I haven't seen 2020 Gypsy Queen on the shelves around here in quite some time. So if you're going to buy something to open up on your channel or something to collect, 2020 Gypsy Queen might be worth it. I'll tell you what, when that product first came out, it was about $100 a box. I remember charging $99 a box from my hobby cases. And then I think 3 weeks later, it's now, what is it, Gypsy Queen, guys? $150 a box. So it's gone up 50% in value. I don't know, it might even go up a little bit more. Who knows? So Gypsy Queen, kind of a hot product for sure right now. It was one of those last releases to come out before we went into shutdown mode across the country. Daddy Daughter Card Break says, yeah, it's like $157 a box now. So when it first came out, it was $100, and now it's going up. So I feel like I have not seen too many Gypsy Queen boxes on the shelves around here. At least we got a Mike Piazza. Cal Ripken, I guess, should we keep the Cal Ripken and Piazza sealed? I don't know what you want to do with these, Adam. I don't know if you're here, let me know. I might keep those sealed for you. We already found the A-Rod for you, so you know you have an A-Rod coming, but I don't know. We might put those back in the original wrappers. I know I did it for... Oh, Heather says, Super Chat Alert. Thanks, Heather. Silent Collector says, jab swinging, best swing rank, Vladdy, Jeter, and Ichiro. Well, Vladdy would swing in anything. Jeter was a nice compact swing. I'm going to go with Ichiro number 1 out of those 3. I loved watching Ichiro. By the way, Ichiro could have hit probably like 35 home runs every year in the majors if he wanted to. But he was that type of guy. He could put the ball wherever you wanted. I'm going to go with Ichiro number 1. Number 2, I'll go with Jeter. Number 3, I'll go with Vlad. Vlad's swing looked kind of painful at times. As you know, sometimes Vlad would even swing at pitches that bounced 3 feet in front of the plate and still miraculously hit them. Thanks for the question, Silent Collector. And Sergeant Rock 52 says they have boatloads of 2020 Topps opening day single packs. By Sergeant Rock 52. Personally, I might hold off on those. Personally, I would save my money for 2020 Bowman if I could get it. Opening day is a nice product. There's some nice rookie cards and stuff in there, but honestly, you might be better off just buying a hobby box rather than paying the retail price of $1 per box, or like even what Andrew said, maybe buy a mega retail box for like, I think it's like 15, and you get some nice red parallels in there. I would typically avoid buying them by the pack in retail anytime. You can usually get a better deal if you buy it in a blaster box, save a little bit of money for sure. Thank you very much for the question. I don't know if how it's looking there right now for you. It might be kind of slim pickings, and you might, if you're looking for something to rip, you might want to just buy those just to have something to open up. Here's the last pack for Adam. I'm going to save those infield power inserts. We'll put those back in packs for you. And I don't know if you want to sell those or not. You have an infield power Frank Thomas. These are two of the better ones. The Cal Ripken Jr. along with the Mike Piazza. So we'll toss those back in there. 357 Maga says, thoughts on Bowman first edition? Too expensive. Yeah, I kind of shied away from buying first edition. The prices were just shooting up to just crazy amounts. So I personally just decided to be a little bit patient. Adam, thank you very much. Congrats on your A-Rod and your Kirby Puckett Hawk Gloves card. Two of the best cards in your box for sure. I'm just waiting patiently for 2020 Bowman to come out, and hopefully I can pick up a couple blasters for myself. I really appreciate that. 357. Next up is Christopher, box number 13. We only have 4 more left after this one before we get to our Bowmans. Our nice Bowman Chromes will be coming up soon. Chipper Jones, we haven't seen Chipper Jones in this set. I'm not sure if he's in Series 1 or not. He might not even be in this set whatsoever. All right, so let's see what we can find. How about best righty swing ever? That's a good question. What do you guys think? Best righty swing. Righties typically don't have very sweet-looking swings. I have to think about that one. Best righty swing ever. A sweet-looking swing. Christopher, let's see who we can find while I kind of ponder that question. Start pulling some of these out. Heather, here's this if you'd like to rip those open for me. Tony Batista. I used to love... Rob, that's a good one. Tony Batista used to just square up to the pitcher and literally face him, bat perpendicular to the pitcher, looking directly in his eyes. Very, very funny swing. Hunter Pence that has a herky-jerky swing and herky-jerky everything. Looks painful when he swings, painful when he throws. Pujols had a pretty nice swing for sure. I kind of like the way Pujols would set up at the plate. Very calm and collected. They don't call him the machine for nothing. Sergeant Rock says, how about 2020 Heritage Fat Packs? You know, the Fat Packs are a pretty good value, Sergeant Rock. What would you guys go with for Sergeant Rock? He's looking at 2020 opening day, individual packs, 2020 Fat Packs. I like 2020 Heritage, but I've opened so much of it that I'm personally a little bit cooled off on that product right now, and I'd rather wait for 2020 Heritage High Number to come out around, I don't know when that comes out, like end of August, early September or so, somewhere in there where they update it. How about a nice Cal Ripken Jr. infield power card for Christopher? Nice looking card. I appreciate that, Sergeant Rock. It's always tough to figure out what to rip, especially when the pickings are a little bit slim. We have a Hot Gloves card. Very nice. Cal Ripken Jr. Hot Gloves card. These Hot Glove cards are the only ones that somewhat stick, but luckily there's never any paper loss. Very nice. We'll get that one sleeved up. Wave of the Future. Orlando Miller is sticking, well, not sticking, but right behind it. Denny Nagel and Kurt Miller is the last one there for Christopher. Here's the rest of those. Randy Johnson, the big unit on the top. Great pitcher for sure. All right, let's see what else we can find for Christopher. CPSC says, look at Troy Glause's swing. It's so smooth for a righty. And how much does this product cost? Asked Jeffette. A case of this is going to be around $750 after your taxes and shipping from eBay. I think it's listed, base list is $650. And you can get boxes of these for about $60 on eBay from Series 2 if you'd like to pick up your own. Let's see what we can find for Christopher now. Card Collectors 2389, how is it going? welcome to the chat. When I see numbers like that, 238 and I always wonder, like, is that his birthday, February 3rd, 1989? Another child of the 80s, near the end of the 80s at least. Probably collected cards in the mid-90s. All right, let's start ripping through some of these for Christopher. Let's see if we can find him an A-Rod. So far, every box I do believe has had an A-Rod. Arafat says, what are the cards you're looking to pull? Well, A-Rods, basically, and also the Hot Glove Ken Griffey Jr. We haven't seen the Hot Glove Ken Griffey Jr. yet. That is a nice one for sure. The Hot Glove Ken Griffey Jr. is probably the best card in that set. We actually pulled that out of our preview video that I did on Patreon on Throwback Tuesday. And that one went to Dan T. All right, let's see what we can find out of the rest of these. There's an Eddie Murray in there. Tony Gwynn always follows up Eddie Murray as well. There's Randy Johnson again. That's the second Randy. All right, so let's see what we can find in our next couple packs for Christopher in box number 13. Hopefully 13 is a lucky number for you, Christopher. Hopefully you're not one of those folks that has tryptodecaphobia. Do you have that? Here's the number 13. People like don't even come out of their house on Friday the 13th and stuff like that. Superstitious people. You think I'm superstitious, Heather? She said a little bit. No. How am I superstitious? Oh, you have to think about it, which means I'm not. Let's see what else we have. We have a checklist card, which I always hated. When I was a kid, I'd be like, dang it, I hate checklist cards. How many boxes are left? There's 4 boxes left. Then we're doing our Bowman Chromes from last night. And there's 1 autograph per box of Bowman Chrome. Per mini box, actually. 2 autographs per master box. Cecil Fielder's swing was something too. Yeah, I used to like the guys like Gary Sheffield that had unique setups. I used to love how Gary Sheffield would waggle that bat back and forth like he was chopping some wood there. I used to love that. There's Frank Thomas. Anybody that did anything different out of the ordinary, I would remember. I remember Cal Ripken Jr. used to change his batting stance like every other week. Sometimes he would have it land flat on his shoulder, playing like a little flute on it and stuff like that. Julio Franco had a nice setup as well with that crazy bat stance, that bat all pointing out towards the pitcher. Is Griffey Jr. in here, asked Card Collector. Well, I'll tell you what, Griffey Jr. is not in the base set. He's in Series 1, but he does have a card in the desirable for Flair. It's the rarest of the inserts, the Hot Gloves, roughly 1 per box. He does have a card in that, so we haven't pulled that one in this live break yet tonight, but we did find him in our Tossback Tuesday. Milt2K11 says, Sheffield was one of the few hitters who would consistently get around and pull Randy Johnson. Really fast hands, and that's a good point. And also, by the way, Gary Sheffield was on Instagram, I think, this offseason hitting dingers. And there's the A-Rod for Christopher. Congratulations. Alex Rodriguez rookie card going to Christopher. We'll get that one sleeved up. But yeah, I guess Gary Sheffield was at a field down in Florida somewhere and taking some BP and hitting home runs out onto the freeway as like a 50-year-old. So Sheffield still has it. I hope I could still bust home runs when I'm 50 years old. You think I can, Heather? Heather says yes. What else do we have? There is a Mike Piazza infield power card. That's a nice one. See if we can find a second A-Rod here for Christopher. He's already got 1 to go along with his nice Hot Gloves Cal Ripken Jr. card. I don't know how the Cal Ripken Jr. is not worth as much as Ken Griffey Jr. I feel like Ripken and Jr. are kind of similar in value. All right, so here we go. These are the last 4 for Christopher, and then we'll get on to our next box. It says Jesus, box number 14 coming up. And then it's time for some Bowman. There's Bobby Witt. Christopher says that Ripken Hot Glove recently sold for $36. That's a nice one. Let's see what else we can find. All right, so looking for a second A-Rod. See if Christopher can get lucky. Like about half the folks or so have gotten at least 2, which is always nice. Haven't hit the Wave of the Future A-Rod card in a little while. We'll see if that pops up. Here's an insert card. It's going to be the fabulous Chris Gomez, who played for a few years there. Eric Karras, former Rookie of the Year. And last one there's Terry Pendleton, the 1991 MVP. I was bring that up because I didn't agree with that at all. I didn't think Terry Pendleton should have got the 91 MVP. I thought it should have gone to Barry Bonds. But that's just because I guess I was a Pirates fan. And also, I guess if you look at the numbers, I think that Bonds deserved it. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. All right, Jesus, you're up now. You've got number 14. Let's see what we can find for you. Paul says, we already discussed Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, some folks might have a little bit of a delay in their feed. I know that some folks, their feed might buffer for a few minutes, and then they'll be all behind, and they don't even realize it. So they're chatting about stuff that we talked about in the past. They don't know it at the time. That happens for sure. It's no big deal. I think I've been guilty of that as well. I've watched some live streams and not been up to date. All right, so here we go. Jesus, we're going to take some of your packs and give them to Heather to help open up. And she's going to take the outer cellophane off and shell out the... Would shuck be an appropriate word for that, Heather? Shuck the cards like in shucking corn. Take the shells off of those. Here we go for Jesus. Let's see if we can find... Start with these 4 packs. All right, box number 14. Thank you so much for joining us slightly after 8 p.m. on the East Coast. I suspect we'll be done maybe around 9 or so tonight. All right, Jesus, here we go. Box number 14, starting these off. Let's see what we can find for you. I don't know if you can shell these or not. Tom says, did you have to take a pee break yet? Actually, no, I have not had to do that. I went right before the stream. I'm getting a little bit better with that. Sometimes I would forget to do so and then have to take a break. I know in that 8-hour and 4-minute one that I did with all those collections of cards that I picked up, I think I had to take 2 breaks for that one. All right, so here we go. There's a Henry Rodriguez. There's Ivan Rodriguez, the Hall of Famer, the better of the two. We have a Hot Gloves card on the back here. It is a nice one. Greg Maddux. He used to be a very nice fielding pitcher. Greg Maddux, we'll get that one sleeved up for Jesus. Like that one a lot. We have Bob Tewksbury. And the last one there is going to be a nice Kenny Lofton. Let's see what else. There's Kevin Mitchell, who's a slugger there. Had a really big year. I remember when he hit 47 home runs in 89. No player hit 50 home runs all throughout the 80s. The closest we had was what? Andre Dawson and Mark McGwire, I think, both hit 49, I think. But no player hit 50 in the 80s. And then, of course, I remember it was a big deal in 1990 when Cecil Fielder popped 50. Was it 50 or 51? I think he hit 51 homers. I was thinking, wow, Cecil Fielder, 51 homers. He is the man. His rookie cards all went way up in value. That 86 tops Cecil Fielder is very desirable. Ben says, hello, Jabs Finley. What do you think of the current hobby? I can never find cards in any retail stores because they get bought to resell immediately. My son has stopped collecting. Sad face. We cannot find cards. Ben, I hear you, man. There are cards out there, but maybe not the ones that you want. Like Sergeant Rock's on a mission right now going around to some different targets, and he's finding some stuff, but not a whole lot of stuff that you'd want to buy. I think maybe you should see if you can find an LCS. That stands for Local Card Store, and maybe go and support them. They will have cards in for sure, as they can get them right from the distributors. And unfortunately, nowadays, a little bit tougher to find those stores. My LCS is like an hour and a half away in Altoona. You guys have seen me there go there before. Juniata Cards, awesome card store. They always have everything in stock. Great guy that works there, Steve. If you just rely on retail stuff, a big problem right now is the pandemic is unfortunately a lot of the companies that stock the shelves aren't sending their folks out. So your Walmarts and Targets might not be restocking. But I'll tell you what, Ben, we have it a lot better than the folks that collect basketball cards do. Hey, we got an A-Rod on the front of the pack for Jesus. Very nice. Jesus, you're going to get this unopened brand new in the pack. Thank you very much, Heather. We're going to put that right back in there so you can take that and do what you want with it. Maybe sell the entire pack with A-Rod on the front. But yeah, I would definitely support your local card stores. And like I said, a lot of places aren't stocking right now, so maybe that will change. And also, by the way, yeah, I was saying basketball. You can't even find basketball cards on the shelves with Zion Williamson and all that hubbub. I literally never see basketball, and I haven't for months. Mill2K11 says, back in the 90s, there was a great eBay seller who used to sell Bowman and Bowman Chrome rookies in lots of 25. It was great fun for speculating rookies. Yeah, I'm sure that some of those rookies went way up in value, and some went way down. That's the way it always goes with speculation. Sonic Collector says, there's no basketball ever, and even football is getting less and less. And by the way, even hockey, when I go to Target, I would say, I don't know, if you pay attention to my Target runs, I would say out of all the cards in stock there on the shelves, it's probably 75% baseball cards, honestly, of what they do have. So we're lucky that we collect baseball cards, because a lot of these people that collect football cards and basketball cards, they're not really showing up anywhere. So pay attention to that next time you step in your Target or Walmart. Most of the stuff there are baseball cards. So we are lucky in that regard. So let's count that as a blessing. Let's go through Jesus' next stack. He already has one A-Rod on the top of a pack. Let's see if we can find a second one. Should Roger Maris be a Hall of Famer as card pack breaker? I get asked this question a lot. Despite hitting 61 home runs in 1961, his prime wasn't nearly long enough. Unfortunately, I don't think he gets into the Hall of Fame ever. If he could have had maybe like 5 more great years, maybe he could have got in there. But unfortunately, Maris wasn't able to continue that hot streak in his career. I think going after 61 was a kind of a tough, stressful time in his life. I know his hair started falling out. A lot of people were against him and didn't want him to break the great Bambino's record. There's Mill2K11 with a very generous super chat. Says, keep up the great work, Jabs. Love watching your breaks. Mill2K11, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys will check out Mill2K11. Thanks for sharing stories about the 90s. Always love hearing about the 90s and stuff like that. That was the pinnacle of my collecting time. I never was on eBay in the 90s. We didn't even have the internet until, I don't know. I think I got my first internet connection in 98 or 99 or something like that. But, so definitely we were not on eBay. It's always cool to talk about 90s and all things, especially on Throwback Thursday. Very appropriate time to talk about old school baseball cards and how the hobby used to be. There's Daniel says, just join the family on Patreon. Can't wait to join Breakers in the coming weeks. Just picked up a 2020 Gypsy Queen box and hit an Aristides Aquino rookie auto out of 99. That's awesome. Congratulations on that one. And I saw Eric says something about our names being spelled the same. Yeah, that's the right way of spelling the names. I really appreciate you signing up on Patreon. We have a couple breaks coming up. The next ones, for those of you that are in the breaks and like buying in the breaks, are going to be 2020 Select. We'll break that on Sunday. And it looks like I'll have 2 cases of that. And then we'll be doing a case of Bowman on Wednesday. And then we'll see what else is coming out. I have my fingers crossed. Jesus, that's your box. Thank you very much. I'm hoping that we start getting some more new releases coming out. We'll just take it as it goes. I also have a case of 2018 Topps Chrome, which I could do whenever we have a little bit of a lull in the release schedule. So lots of good stuff coming up. And as always, we have these Throwback Thursdays, which are really fun as well. Robert, you're up right now. We saw Robert in here earlier. Let's see what we can find for Robert. Only 2 boxes left after this one, and then it's going to be time to do all of those Bowman Chromes from last night that PayPal would not let me do because people sent the payments and then they weren't showing up in my account. I even went into my PayPal account and searched up the folks' names and showed them that the payments weren't there. There was a delay for some reason in the PayPal system. Some folks reported that various sites had reported PayPal as being temperamental yesterday. So we're back up and running. Robert's up now. I'm going to move some of these over to Heather to start cracking for me. And I will start. I always like to do the first 4. We'll do those. And here's this. Eric says, all breakers should use their camera setup like you do, Jebs. Thanks very much, Eric. I really appreciate that. This is a brand new setup for us in here, right, Heather? I took my dining room table and moved it in here and put a nice sheet over it. And now Heather and I can sit at the same table and work together side by side. And it makes everything go a lot more efficiently rather than me sitting at my desk all by myself and putting the cards on a shelf for it to be sleeved up later. Heather's got everything sleeved up and already in the shipping room as we go. Daddy Daughter Card Breaks is here. Says, hey, Jabs, can you answer Jafet so the spam will stop? Daddy Daughter Card Breaks. I missed that. Oh, should Mcgriff be in the Hall of Fame? I see it now. Jafet? Yes. He definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. I would say 100% from Mcgriff with his 492 career home runs. Deserves to be in there. Tom says, did I miss any A-Rod hits? Well, Tom, we hit 3 of the A-Rod Wave of the Futures and, I don't know, maybe about 20 of his rookie cards. Most of these boxes have had 2 A-Rod rookies come out of them, which has been very nice. Let's see what else we can find from our 15th of 17 boxes. Only 2 boxes left after this, and then it's Bowman Chrome time. Let's see what we can find. There's Kevin Mitchell. Card Pack Breaker says, how did you become such a successful baseball card YouTuber? I have no idea. I just got lucky with the algorithms and stuff like that. And I really don't know. I just try to have fun opening it and try to open varied cards. Some new, some old, some high end, some low end, a little bit of everything. I don't know. I would say if you like opening cards, just open cards to have fun with it, and we'll try to get all of our channels to grow together. I feel like that's the best way to do it, because if you get a following on your channel, maybe, I don't know, 100, 200, 300 subscribers, after people are done watching your video, maybe one of mine will pop up afterwards as a recommended, and vice versa. So we're all basically in this together as I see it. Brian K says, I miss the Jabs flea market videos. I know a lot of people do. Flea markets will be opening soon. All of the stay-at-home orders have expired around here. So there's still these mass gathering restrictions in some counties that you can't have more than 25 people get together. And I guess flea markets are considered mass gatherings right now. So as soon as that expires as well, we'll be able to get back out to flea markets. I guess in Pennsylvania, we're in the so-called yellow zone right now, where there's some restrictions with caution, and that's one of them. But all the stores are open back up. The antique malls are opened up and everything, but we just have not really gone out to those yet. Maybe at some point we will. Jafet says, should I buy Inception or Bowman? Personally, for me, I would go with well, I don't know. Maybe I'd go with the Bowman just because it's new. I haven't opened Bowman yet, so I can't really give you a good idea. And Tom says all the flea markets in Oklahoma are opened up. That's awesome. Unfortunately, that's a little too far for me, but I would love to get out to some flea markets and do some more of those videos for you. And Triple B Card Breaks is here. Says, hey, Eric, with all the buzz over Grayson Rodriguez, I bought 4 Leaf rookie cards for $15. What do you think? And I'm 22 away from 200 again. Thanks, Triple B Card Breaks. That's a pretty good pickup right there. You might as well. Young kid like that, so much hype about him. I hope you check out Triple B. He does great work over there, and he is doing a little bit of prospecting. A lot of folks are into prospecting. Bowman's a great set to prospect about. And there we go. Sergeant Rock with an update. It says, no Bowman at all, but I got 2020 opening day Gypsy Queen. I'll send them off to you, sir. Thank you very much, Sergeant Rock. I really appreciate that. Maybe we'll do a little special on Patreon for that. I know Sergeant Rock has been wanting to sponsor a video for Patreon members to get some cards, and I really appreciate that. 2020 opening day is probably my favorite out of those ones. All right, so Robert, let's see what we have coming out of your next box. We got a couple of these. What do these pink stickers, what could they possibly mean? Something to do with, I don't know, quality control is slapping those on there for some reason. Maybe they're marking where the A-rods are for us, which would be nice. There's a Tony Gwynn. 2 boxes left after this, and then we're going to get to Bowman Chrome. Let's see what else we could find. Tom says we could do a video. My brother and I driving along Route 66 looking for cards. That would be a fun one. There's Heather with Daddy Daughter Cards Breaks channel. If you haven't checked them out, I think they're shooting for 300, right? Probably almost there. What else do we have? There's a Chuck McElroy. And the last one there is a Ken Ryan. I don't remember too much about Ken Ryan. All right, let's see what we can find in Robert's next stack. Still looking for A-Rod for you. Jafet says, hey, Jazz, what's been your favorite break I've ever done on the channel? Well, been a lot of different fun ones. The Mike Trout one was for sure was one of my favorites. Going after Mike Trout's rookie card and very successful. Also, I had a great time doing the 1980 one, looking for that Ricky Henderson rookie card. Found 3 of those. Silent Clicker says, Ask Jabs, Gypsy Queen, Series 1 or Heritage, what's the best? I'll go with Gypsy Queen first. I'll go with Series 1, 2. I'll go with Heritage 3. The only thing that puts Heritage a little bit behind those and puts it in last place is some of the rookie cards are combined. Unfortunately, like you have the Aquino and Yordan Alvarez combined. Silent Collector agrees with me, says exactly the same. I also like that, I like Gypsy Queen. I like their parallels. Get some nice no-name parallels, some Gypsy Queen logo swaps, some bazooka backs. Here we have a Cal Ripken Jr. Hot Glove for Robert. Robert, I'm not going to open this one for you. I'm going to take this one and put it right back in the pack. The Cal Ripken Jr. Hot Glove is the second best card in that set. So we're going to put that, I don't know, I kind of feel like unopened packs of the top card are kind of cool. So it's like a cello pack. We're going to put that back in there for you to open up. Yeah, the bazooka backs are fun ones for sure. So Gypsy Queen, out of those 3, I'm going to go with that as my number 1. I like Top Series 1, but maybe I've just opened too much of it. That I love the rookie class in Series 1. Neil said he pulled a nice Keston Hira auto from Gypsy Queen today from a blaster. That's a huge one. Robert said Ricky Henderson breaking the internet. That was a crazy break. When was that? Like last week on Thursday. We're looking for a PSA 10 Ricky Henderson. He pops up. The chat dies. No one says anything. It probably died like right when I opened his pack, so it got all silent. There's nothing scrolling by. We hit Ricky Henderson. I started screaming around. No one says anything, and there's just crickets, and then I knew that we were in trouble. And I thought that the feed had died, but luckily, the whole thing was recorded, and Heather and I decided to nix the video and start a new one once the YouTube servers came back online. All the servers went down, which was good. So for those of you wondering what Heather sounds like, I guess you could hear that day because we talked, didn't we? Yeah. And then we have Johnny Ruffin as the last one. There's Robert M. Thank you very much. Congrats on the Cal Ripken Jr. You might have an A-Rod in that pack as well, for that matter. I don't think we saw one there. All right, so we got 2 boxes of Flair left. Only one after this one. Gregory's up now, number 16. The Austin Meadows auto and Gypsy Queen. I think we saw an Austin Meadows auto come out of one of our breaks recently. I think it went to Mary, didn't it? Mary F. By the way, Mary, all of your cards are on the way to you. We sent those today. All of your breaks are coming out to you, along with your other stuff that you get from Patreon. A nice cello box this month for you, Mary. Cello boxes. I like cello boxes. It's from a sealed case, too, so it's not something I rooted through and took out the Ken Canetti rookie cards or whatever. It's 88 tops. Saw a couple folks that are going to be getting like a Barry Bonds on the top of their cello packs. All right, so here we go. We got Gregory, number 16. Here is that. Heather, if you'd like to break those open. Let's see what we can find for Gregory. One more box left after this one. It's Bowman Chrome time. Do I ever come across any old football wax boxes? Tom, I remember I came across an 87 Topps box, partial box, I guess, at a junk store once, and he wanted like, I think, I don't know, 90 bucks or something for it. I didn't buy it. Every now and then at the Honey Hole, they would have wax boxes of old football for like 5 to 10 bucks, and I would usually pass up on them. Milt 2K says, what would the buy-in be for a 56 Topps wax box break? Okay, let's try to think about that. I don't know how many packs were in a box back in 56. Let's just say 36. How much do you think a 56 box would cost? Let's just say, I don't know, for round number purposes, $360,000. Divide that by 36. Man, you're looking at a very, very expensive box at $1,000 a pack, and I bet you it was actually what, $10,000 a pack, and yeah, it might even be more than that. Very, very crazy to think about that, going after the Mickey Mantle 1956 PSA 10. Daddy Daughter thinks it'd be $6,000 a pack, so maybe I'm right there. I was thinking about $10,000 a pack buy-in. We would probably have to sell that by the card, which would be $250. What, $250 a card, or $200 a card if there's 5 cards per pack. $200 a card buy-in. Take every card, basically one touch every card, get it all PSA graded. PSA 10, PSA 9 from 56, that would be, those cards would be worth a considerable chunk of change, by the way, as well. I don't know, Heather, I think we can make it through this trash bag. Our trash bin is almost overflowing. I tried to push it down. Sergeant Rock said, I flirted with the floor manager. She's going to set aside a case of Bowman and Topps 2020 for me. Are you serious? Sergeant Rock 52 has the hookup now at his local Target or Walmart. It's going to have the floor manager grab that aside and put those maybe in the layaway section. That's pretty awesome. Well, I always wonder, some of you guys might have hookups at various locations where you might have a, I don't know, sister, brother, mother, father that works at Target or Walmart that keeps an eye on the inventory for you and lets you know when the stalker is there. So, Sergeant Rock, that's pretty awesome. Daddy Daughter used to have the hookup, but she quit, he says. That kind of stinks. D-Moose, no giveaway tonight. We're just doing some Bowman Chrome after this on this Throwback Thursday. Tom says that his Walmart doesn't get anything. Sorry to hear that. That's how it's been around here, too. Ian Smith says, I was an assistant manager at 4 stores here, so we know where all the good stuff went to. I'm sure Ian was helping himself to... not stealing, but grabbing and buying up all the good stuff. Can't say that I blame you. There's the A-Rod for Gregory. Congratulations, Gregory. Another A-Rod. Lefty Luke's, how's it going? Thank you very much for being here. And let's see what else we have coming out of this particular stack. Last card there is Mark Lemke. Moving ahead to these stacks. Santos says, Tom, I've been checking all the Walmarts in the city. No luck. When does Bowman Chrome or Bowman officially come out? Asked Jackson. Well, it comes out officially tomorrow, but some stores have been putting them out on the shelves a little bit early. I guess they didn't get the memo that it comes out tomorrow. So if they stock on Wednesdays or whatever, they might have found their way onto the shelves. I know that some folks have found it, luckily for them, and picked them up. You can see them on eBay all over the place. People selling it for like $60 and up. Blasters of Bowman. See what we can find for Gregory now as we work our way through his box. Then Mike J is our last contestant in Flair, and then we'll do the Bowman Chromes for you guys. Got Jack Morse leading things off. Tempe says, was there any card that you pulled that you were a little jealous you had to send to a collector? Yeah, that happens a couple times, like with the Mike Trout PSA 10 gold card. That was amazing. The Superfractor card of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rookie card was a huge one. Went to 357 Mag. That was probably one of my favorite pulls of all time. Let's see what else we have. We have 2 infield powers. We got Matt Williams back-to-back there. What's my favorite card of all time, asked Jaffet. Well, if I was lucky enough to ever own one, it would be the 52 Mantle. I got to check out Mantle's 52 card because with all the cards just spiking in value, like the higher-end cards like the Trout rookies and stuff, I feel like that card might also be going up. I know that a PSA 1 of the 52 Mantles, when I was watching that card last year, was about $10,000. I'm wondering if that's up in the $20,000 range yet. If it is, I will be kicking myself for not getting it. Sergeant Rock 52 says, read my previous super chat, laugh out loud. Sergeant Rock 52, thank you very much. Scrolling back to your previous super chat, talking about flirting with the floor manager. And now you do have the hookup. I did see that one. I don't know if you heard me talk about it yet already. I figure that you might have been watching the stream live while you're going from location to location, so you might have a little bit of a delay going through some dead zones and stuff. So if that's the case, that's why you haven't heard me talk about it yet, but you will in a few minutes. I appreciate your support, Sergeant Rock, and congratulations on the hookup there. Looks like you're going to be getting your hands on some 2020 Bowman whenever that does come in. Usually if a release day is a Friday, it'll come in the very first day that your store stocks. So there's a nice infield power, Cal Ripken Jr. I guess we will... Oh, looks like we don't have any empty packs left. We're going to open this one up. The trash has been emptied out. Let's see what we have next coming up. Now, Livy's in on it. Hey, Livy, you're in on it too? Livy's helping bag cards as well. We got the whole crew here helping out. Livy is really into baseball cards now. When you get a little older, you can start doing some of these videos for me, Livy. I can start taking an off day every now and then. All right, so let's see what we have. There's Omar Vizquel, Ivan Rodriguez. All right, next up for Gregory. He's got one A-Rod so far, which is nice. There's Edgar Martinez, back-to-back cards of Mike Mussina, the Moose, Hall of Famer Mike Mussina. There's Jeff Bagwell and Randy Johnson. Let's see if we can find one more A-Rod, and then we get into our last box here. Only one more box left to go. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out on this Throwback Thursday case break edition of 94 Flair. We'll probably go old next week. I'm thinking something old. I'm not sure exactly what. I'm trying to decide if I want to go something older than 1980. I know that you guys love the super old stuff. And I also like opening the super old stuff for the simple reason that I never got a chance to open it as a kid. There's all of Greg's stuff. And here's our last one, Heather. So box number 17. And then it's time to move on to all of this stuff. All the Bowman Chrome, the higher end new stuff for those of you like that. And Tom, I'm done with 81 Donruss. I'm not doing that anymore. 81 Donruss has burned me out. Last time we did 81 Donruss a couple weeks ago, we did have 3 nice stacks, getting some nice cards, and the last stack for Clem was complete garbage, unfortunately. He got all commons. 3 Joe Torres, but I forget. I gave him something. I think I gave him a couple free spots and a Chrome break to make up for it. So, Mike, here we go. Last stack of Flair, and then it's Chrome time. Let's start by opening 4 of these. See if Heather would be so kind to do the rest for us. You've been a huge help tonight, Heather. And everyone here, lots of helpers. We have a whole team working tonight here behind the scenes. All right, so Mike, here we go. Box number 17. Let's see if we can find the A-Rod for you. Last one of the case. You might say, wait, there's 18 boxes in the case. Where's box 18? That was opened and tossed back Tuesday. Todd says, read my last post. Sorry, Todd, I can't see all these as they go by. You might have to just post it again because it's just kind of cumbersome to scroll back through lots of comments and try to find something. Sorry that I missed it. Let's see what we can find for Mike. Highest price paid for any rookie since Michael Jordan, says Corey, for that $900,000 Mike Trout autograph rookie card. Yeah, almost $1 million on that one. That's pretty crazy for sure. All right, Mike, let's see what we can find for you. Bowman has logos because it's owned by Topps. That is right. Topps owns Bowman. They own a lot of different releases like Heritage and Gypsy Queen. All right, here's 4 packs. We'll get started with these as Heather opens up the... I don't know. They really package this stuff great. They cello-wrapped boxes, and then inside the boxes, they cello-wrap the cards again. So that's why these cards are pretty... easy to find in great condition. You never see any messed up corners with Flair. Also, the thicker sock helps things out a lot, too. There's a Tony Gwynn. We have our first insert card. It's a Rafael Palmeiro. That's an infield power card. So far, all the hits have been the A-Rods. And there's another one, A-Rod, probably about the 20th A-Rod or so that we found. Alex Rodriguez rookie card for Mike. Congrats on that bad boy. And there is 1 million A-Rods. We found a lot of A-Rods. Everyone's getting in on the A-Rod action. Jeffette says, hey, Jazz, it'd be cool if you broke stuff from the 30s. Yeah, that would be awesome to find packs of those, Jabs. It was said that you and Elite Co., Phil Hughes, and Gary Vee were the ones blowing up the hobby. Well, just because we might have the most subscribers or whatnot, there's I feel like it's everybody that's doing it. I don't really like taking credit, or I don't know. I don't feel comfortable accepting those accolades. I think a lot of you guys are doing a great job off all of your channels. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, and thanks for the kind words, Todd. GPSD11 with the super chat said, thanks again for the makeup for that lousy break, Eric. I did send you an email on Patreon about that. CPSD, thank you very much. You're welcome, man. I was glad to make it right with you. I felt terrible that everyone had some nice rookies and everything, Hall of Famers out of their stacks, and you got absolutely nothing. So, yeah, Clem got 2 extra spots in the Chrome break, which I was more than happy to do for you. So let's see what we can find out. Clem, I really appreciate that. I hope you guys will check out Clem's channel. We're only a few packs away from getting to the Chrome, for those of you that like the Chrome. Then we'll be done with Bowman Chrome for the foreseeable future. And moving into the new stuff, Blacktooth says, bring on the Chrome. Hit the like button, folks. Thank you very much, Blacktooth. I appreciate the support. I hope you'll check out Blacktooth's channel. Hopefully you guys are having a great Throwback Thursday wherever you're at. Weekend's coming up tomorrow, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice weekend here on the East Coast, with temperatures reaching into the low 80s, so great weather for baseball. Fortunately, there is no baseball, but we'll be playing some baseball out my way, some wiffle ball games, stuff like that. There's a Jim Abbott. Let's see if we can pull one more A-Rod before transitioning over into the Bowman Chromes. There's an Ivan Rodriguez. So not the correct Rodriguez. Looks like that Mike has maybe one more stack, maybe 2. Heather's got a nice little pile of packs that she opened up here. It saves me, I don't know, she probably saved me a good 30 minutes of opening packs today by doing this, instead of having to take off all of the wrappers and individually do it. I don't know why that Bobby Witt's upside down. Devin says, I'm hoping for a big hit in that first Chrome box. We shall see. Tom says, I should be camping and listening to music this weekend. So, Tom, you're in Oklahoma. You guys having drive-in concerts? That's pretty awesome. Rob Hirsch's favorite card was the Barry Bonds glove card. That was a nice one, the hot glove card. I like that insert set a lot. All right, Mike, let's see what we can find for you as we go into our final stretch of Flair. Looks like it's taken us 150. Oh, it got canceled. That stinks, man. Yeah, Dave Matthews Band was supposed to play here July 3rd, which was going to be awesome for me because that would have been exactly 20 years to the day of me seeing my first Dave Matthews Band concert, but that got canceled. They canceled their whole tour. We were really bummed out about that. Very, very sad. It's going to be a long stretch of not seeing DMB. There's Triple B card breaks. Triple B says, you haven't yelled yet. Bring on some Chrome Autos. Triple B, yeah. My voice hasn't undergone any strain. Haven't got into those higher decibels yet, so that might be coming. Thank you very much, Triple B. And the Junior Rules chat says, how much do you think 2008 tops would be? The Junior Rules chats. I have no idea. I feel like maybe how many box of those might be like $100 or so. I would say just look it up on eBay Recently Sold and see what it goes for. Maybe go after the Joey Votto rookie card. There's some kind words there from Art. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Curtis, that's a great question right there. I think Patreon accepts 2 forms of payment. I think they accept credit cards and PayPal. I don't think they accept Amazon gift cards. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the only 2 that they accept. Mike, let's see what we can find for you here. As we finish off, this is the last one. Tom has had 4 concerts postponed. That's terrible. I can't wait till we get to the other side of this and get back to our normal lives, normal summers and stuff like that. All right, so I'm sure we'll be a lot more thankful for lots of things that we took for granted earlier. Stuff just like going camping or going to see a concert or any of that stuff. Being able to walk into a store to look for baseball cards without wearing a mask and gloves and stuff like that. Here's the last stack here. So he has 1 A-Rod rookie, trying to find 1 more. And then we're going into Bowman Chrome. He's got a nice Don Mattingly infield power card, which we'll sleeve up. And the last card is going to be, it is a Josias Manzanillo is the last one. So all the Flair has been opened up. It took us 158 minutes to do so. And now it's time to wrap up the break from last night. We're doing Bowman Chrome. There are a grand total of 2 autographs per box. There's 2 mini boxes inside. If you missed our break from last night, we're going to be opening these up right now. We sold these by the mini box. We only have a slim inventory left here. So after this one, we have 3.5 boxes left over. So we have Devin gets number 15. And Jason gets the next one, number 16. So we'll open these, tie up the loose ends from last night. Here we go. Best of luck to you guys. Devin, you're up first. Thank you for your patience. And only had a little rain delay there of 24 hours with the PayPal issues. These boxes have been sitting here waiting to be opened for the last 24 hours. All right, so here we go. Sam J says, good luck, guys. You're the man, Jabs. Sam J, thank you very much. You'll see Sam coming up here in spot number, where is he at here? Sam, spot number 22. So you'll be seeing him shortly. It probably takes about 5 minutes per mini box to go through. Patrick says, no Bowman yet. Getting some Top Series 1, some opening day, and a couple of Heritage, I think. Yep. I know a lot of you guys are going out to the stores looking for Bowman, and I feel like you may be disappointed just because everyone's buying it all up. But it doesn't hurt to look, and you can buy something else while you're there to rip open, right? Maybe put those Topps coupons to use that you collected from your blaster boxes. All right, so here we go. Devin, you're up. Best of luck to you, Devin. Triple B's calling first box Magic. Let's see what we have. Here we go. We have an Esteban Florial right there. Jose Ramirez. What do we have? Matt Beatty. There's Giancarlo Stanton. Reese Hoskins rookie card. We'll get that in the sleeve pile. We have Peaks of Potential. Keibert Ruiz. There's our first autograph of the night. It is Flamethrower Brusdar Graterol. First Bowman. He found himself being shipped back and forth during the offseason in trades to and from the Twins to the Red Sox and Dodgers as they rework that Mookie Betts. A Brendan Little purple out of 250. Glaber's rookie card is a nice one. Congrats on the Glaber. What else do we have here? Jake Bowers. Bryce Harper and Mookie Betts. Speaking of Mookie Betts, there he is. So there's Devin. We'll get the Glaber sleeved along with the numbered cards, and we'll get the Brusdar Graterol and a top loader. There we go. Next up is Jason Groves, spot number 16. Let's see what we can find for Jason. All right, number 16. Here's the inside of this. Pull out all the packs. There's the inside of that box. All right, so here we go. Spot number 16, 6 packs for box, 1 autograph. We're hoping for another big auto. If you missed the break yesterday, our biggest autograph, we had a really nice out of 150 Yordan Alvarez autograph, which probably is worth about $500 raw. Graded could be worth anywhere between $1,500 and $2,000 if it comes back a PSA 10. That was my favorite hit of the night. We also had a Shohei Ohtani redemption, a rookie card auto of Shohei Ohtani. We also pulled a Superfractor, 1 of 1. Really tough to find Superfractors. We only pulled a few of those in my career here breaking, but it's always nice to find one. A very nice Superfractor coming out of last night's break as well. And there he is. Garrett Hampson shows up again. This one's a purple parallel out of 655. Victor Robles rookie card. Not too shabby. Ahmed Rosario rookie. Autographs should be coming up. Usually they're in the middle of each of these stacks as we open them. Sam, I'm not sure if Ozzy Albies autos in the set. I know his rookie card is, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's in that rookie auto set. Ranger Suarez is the next hit right there, autograph. Let's see, Lamont Wade, we pulled 2 or 3 of his autographs. There's a Matt Olson. That one's going to be numbered out of 250 on the back. By the way, for our Saturday Showdown, 245 is the qualifying number whenever we find a parallel card. And the lowest number wins. I hope you can look out for that on Saturday. I'm really, really excited about opening that one up soon. We'll do that one on Saturday after our Face-Off Friday. It might be one of my, I think that's my new favorite video to do. The Saturday Showdown. We'll be doing some 2018 Chrome. Maybe should I only do 2018 Chrome, or should I put it up against 2017 Chrome? I'm not exactly sure if I should just do 2 boxes of 18 Chrome or divide it up between the 2 different years. Here we go. 17 and 18. Tim M's up now, and he is Teaming up with Ryan Fogel to split up this one. Ian Smith says, can't get any more suspenseful than that last Saturday. Yeah, that was a really good walk-off on Saturday. It came down to the last card. It was like, I don't know, it kind of felt like hitting a walk-off home run there in the last inning. Here we go. Tim, you're up now. Best of luck to Tim. I'm not sure if Tim's in here tonight yet, but he was in here last night, and I hope that Tim gets a nice hit here. A lot of you guys are subscribed to Tim as he works his way up the ranks. All right, so here we go. There's the rest of the box. Tim had one of his boxes open last night. Oh, there he is. He is present. Let's go. Let's see what we can find for Mr. Tim M. Get his packs opened up. Sam J says, good luck, Tim. Triple B rooting him on says, let's go, Tim. All right, so here we go. We'll get these opened up and see what we can find for Tim M. Hoping for a nice hit in here. One auto per box. We'll be having more autos in Select. We'll have to see what the autos look like coming out of Select. I got to look over that auto checklist. There's an Ozzie Albies Bowman Sterling. Look at that one sleeved up. That's a really nice one. We have a nice Justice Sheffield Arizona Fall League refractor. What else do we have? Royce Lewis, Alex Gordon. Here comes the hit. It's coming up right now. Eduardo Diaz, first Bowman from the Diamondbacks. Eduardo Diaz, I don't know much about him. We need our D-backs fans to let us know. But usually, typically with Bowman Chrome autos, it's always better to get a position player auto than a pitcher by rule of thumb. There's Silent Collector said, I opened 2 Gypsy Queen Cellos out of 250. You got a Yordan Alvarez Tarot of the Diamond and a green Bo Bichette. Silent Collector, congratulations on that. That's some nice pulls right there. There's a Sheldon Noisy. If you haven't checked out Silent Collector yet, I hope you'll do so. You probably just heard Heather come back in here. You guys got all the Flair done. You are on the ball today, guys. Thank you very much. And thank you, Tim, for your support. Here's Tim's stuff. Here's Ryan F. He's got number 18. Jafet, thanks for being here. Let's see what we can find now. Lefty Luke says, who's Heather? Heather is my lovely assistant. She just shrugged her shoulders. She has been helping me with the breaks now for a little while and basically helped me really reorganize my whole setup here to be much more efficient. So, Ryan, you're up right now. Best of luck to you, Ryan. Ryan Fogel, box number 18. Are you present, Ryan? I feel like I'm teaching class, taking roll right here at the beginning of the class. Tim says, thanks a lot, Eric, and thanks, Heather. Thank you, Tim, very much. Rich, we did break all 17 boxes of Flair. If you'd like to go back and re-watch it, that will be available on the channel here. Usually the video takes, I don't know, a few minutes to buffer, and then it comes back after all of the buffering is done and the video quality has all been standardized to HD. There's a Ryan Montcastle out of 655. Shohei Ohtani's rookie card will get sleeved up. Man, that was taking the hobby by storm, that card. There's Rafael Devers. We're getting that one in a sleeve for sure. Back in 2018, everybody was all about Shohei Ohtani. It was Ohtani Mania. We have a Nick Fanti first Bowman. Nick Fanti looks like his hat's a little too small right there, but it's a nice blue. I think this is out of 150, a blue refractor. Let's check the back. 95 of 150. A nice auto right there for Ryan Fogel. Phillies prospect, first Bowman. Carlos Correa is out of 499 refractor. Check the back. 487. There's Heather with Silent Collector's Link. And Austin Meadows out of 499. That's his prospect refractor. So some nice refractors in this box. Another Austin Meadows for good measure. One of my favorite players. I bet you if I listed my top 10 favorite players, Austin Meadows would be on that list at some juncture. I love Austin Meadows, former Bucko. I think we gave up on him way too early. Moving on now, we have our next box. This is what we've got coming up. That's all that's left for tonight, folks. And then we'll be live again on Sunday night doing Select. And that one's going to be a fun one for sure. So we have Santos taking the first box out of here in Basilios. Bill gets the second one. So best of luck to you two guys. See what we can find for you. All right, Metal Drive, thank you very much. Yeah, Bowman Chrome definitely has lots of prospect autos for sure. That's kind of like the deal with Bowman Chrome. It's all about the prospects. Some of them become stars, some of them don't. Drew says, how did Flair go? Flair was really good for all of the A-Rod rookie cards that we found. I feel like we found over 20 A-Rod rookies in there. Santos, you're up now. Most of the boxes had 2 A-Rods, which was more than I was expecting since each box had 240 cards, and there's 200 cards in the base set. I thought that was a pretty good ratio. Jafet said, any screams yet? Waiting for the scream. The Jab screamometer has not reached over, what, 3? 4. Heather says 4. I haven't reached over 4 yet tonight. You know when we have a big hit when that screamometer hits a 10. And then everyone's like, oh, Jabs must have got a good hit. Let's see what it was. All right, let's see. Just don't whistle, please. Ian, I can't whistle. Heather just gave me like the craziest look. I can whistle, but not like how people put their thumb in their mouth with their pointer finger. I can't do that. I can whistle a tune, but yeah. I can't do that loud whistle that some folks do. Here we go. Let's see what we can find in Santos's box. We've got Nick Senzel leading things off. There's Nate Pearson. That one's out of 657. A nice purple shimmer refractor. Ronald Acuna Jr. is a nice one. Rich G says the screamometer was an 11 last night for that Yordan Alvarez. Jafet says, Heather, this is a question for you. Who's your favorite player of all time? She says Eric Jabs. Very good answer. Very good answer. As we play baseball every day, or wiffle ball. Jacob Ripped One says, hey, Jabs, 24 away from 100 giveaway this summer. Jacob Ripped One, congratulations on moving up the ranks there. I hope you guys can help get him to that 100 mark. And there we go. Evan Steele is the next auto. That one is out of 250. It's his first Bowman. Evan Steele from the Kansas City Royals. Joey Votto, and then there's a Paul Goldschmidt in there as well. Kyle Tucker prospect card. As you know, there's 100 veterans and 100 prospects. We have a Roberto Osuna. That one is out of 250. All right, Jafet, thanks for being here. Luis Guillorme out of 499 refractor. Ozzy Albies will get that one in his sleeve. I love Ozzy Albies. I think he's going to be a good one. The real Ben said, I thought it was 94 Flair. Well, if you check the video description, there's Jack Flaherty. We finished the 94 Flair, and we are finishing up our break from last night today, so the folks can see their stuff open live. As you know, there was an issue with PayPal yesterday where payments were being held up and not going through. So people sent payments in, and unfortunately, there was a delay, and they weren't showing up on my account. So I said, we'd do them whenever they cleared, and now we're doing them now. Triple B Card Break says, thanks for providing me with must-see TV. Triple B, thank you very much. Hope you guys will check out Triple B's Card Breaks if you haven't already. Basilios, you're up right now. You've got spot number 20. Let's see what we can find for you. Mark says, this is my favorite YouTube channel. Mark, I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much for being here. Basilius, you're going to have a Shohei Ohtani rookie card coming your way. I can see that one on the back of that last pack. And we have one more pack for Basilius. Let's see what we can find for you. You, Darvish, is your last one. All right, one autograph per mini box. Here we go. We have a Mike Trout Bowman Sterling. Love Bowman Sterling. We should maybe do that product again. That was a really nice product. Lots of Wander Francos. Do you guys remember when we did the Bowman Sterling break back in August? I feel like we probably pulled 6, 7 Wander Franco autos. It was pretty crazy. Christian Pache, nice one right there. Shohei Ohtani, there's the rookie. And Jaron Kendall. Autograph should be coming very soon. There it is, Luis Medina. First Bowman Chrome auto from the Yankees. That's the hit. Ramsey family, thank you very much for the kind words. Austin Hayes. There's a Peter Lambert out of 250. Rafael Devers. We'll get that one sleeved as well. Toss that in the sleeve pile. We have a little system here. Anything numbered or any good rookie cards I put in a separate pile for Heather to put in sleeves. And then she team bags it up in the middle there. And then the autos go in a separate pile. And she puts those in top loaders and she writes the names on the back. Super organized. Why is it showing 94? But where's Flair? People, the late folks to the party. We already did the case of Flair. We're now finishing the leftovers from last night. So these folks can see their stuff broken live as well. As you know, if you watched our break last night, unfortunately there was a problem with PayPal and some people's payments. They sent payment, but it wasn't showing up. Joseph says, Jabs, just got my Joey Bart PSA 10 in the mail. Congratulations, Joseph. That's awesome. Joey Bart is going to be a huge star for the San Francisco Giants. Maybe the next Buster Posey. That's putting some, I don't know, some high expectations on his shoulders. But we shall see. Congratulations on getting a PSA 10 on the Joey Bart. You'll probably see Joey Bart rookie cards popping up maybe as early as next year. You can get called up maybe at the end of this year to the big leagues. We'll see what happens with him. He's streaking his way through the Giant system. All right, right now it's William. You're up. You've got mini box number 21. Only 2 mini boxes left to go on the evening, and then we'll be out of here for the night, and we'll be back on Sunday doing 20 select. Our next couple of videos I'm pretty excited about. We'll have Face Off Friday tomorrow as always. We're going to be facing off 3 different blasters or mega boxes against each other. And then I'll probably do a select preview for you. Open a hobby box of select on the channel. So you'll probably get 2 videos tomorrow. Make sure you have your post notifications on so you don't miss them. Some of you might see one video and think that I'm done for the day, but I'll probably have a second video for you later on. And then I'm really looking forward to Saturday, the Saturday Showdown, doing some Chrome. And it's like a box war, except it's I don't know, it's almost like its own little game within the box. We have 8 contestants. They each get a stack, and they each, they're looking for the lowest numbered card. And whoever gets the lowest numbered card gets all of the cards. So you get all or you get nothing. It's a really fun little concept. There's Ozzie Albies, Jack Flaherty rookie card. Evan Steele already found his rookie. And there's the next one. It's Cole Freeman, a position player auto from the Washington Nationals for William. Congratulations, William, on the Cole Freeman. Check out the back of it. He was injured in 2017, so I can't let you know too much about him, but it looks like he might have made his professional debut in 2018. Neil says, nice auto on the Cole Freeman. There's nice Clint Frazier. We have Franklin Perez out of 250. There's Clint Frazier short print. Very nice. Clint Frazier doing a little bit of agility drills. That is a short print. Clint Frazier, Austin Farmer would love that one. First time seeing that one. Peaks of Potential. Fernando Tatis Jr. is a good one. We'll get that one sleeved up as well for you, William. So congratulations on the short print. I really appreciate your support. And now we move on to our second to last box of the evening. And this one is going for Sam. Look how good. Heather is so quick. She's already got Santos' stuff all team bagged, your cards, good cards sleeved up in the middle, your autograph, all labeled and top loaded. Awesome job, Heather. All right, so Sam, you're up right now. Let's see what we can find for Sam, box number 22. And then Leah, you've got the last spot of the evening. And then Tom, we'll have to send me an email on my Yahoo account, Tom. And Tom sent some payments in for this, unfortunately, that didn't make the cut. So he might take the preview video. And then Austin says, have the $3 memberships been shipped for April yet? Austin, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Heather, if you wouldn't mind, can you see if there's an Austin J on the shelf in there? He wants to know if his stuff has been shipped yet. Austin J, E-A-U-S-T-E-N. Yeah, on the break shelf. Heather can let you know right now. We'll send her in there and check it out. A lot of the $3 ones, if I don't have your address, Austin, make sure you send that to me. A lot of the folks, for whatever reason, Patreon doesn't ask for your addresses. Sometimes it makes folks hard to track down. Let's see what we can find for Sam. I appreciate that. I would say not all of them have shipped yet. There's still some left over. I've got a couple tins left in there, here and there. There's a nice Bo Bichette, Sheldon Noisy. We'll get that Bichette sleeved up. The Sheldon Noisy's not numbered, but it's a nice looking card. Pulled his autograph yesterday. There's a nice Russell Wilson, Keston Hira. What else? We have Estevan Florial. Here comes the hit. It's still good till August, by the way. It's not yet expired. We have a Luis Urias, who's now of the Brewers. It's a Chrome Auto Relic. So that's a nice hit right there. It is an Auto Relic, so you get a piece of his jersey along with his auto. A nice hit there. Yeah, Austin J with an E. We'll have to look into that then. Heather didn't see it on the shelf, so it might have already gone out to you. I will search your name in PayPal and see if I printed a label for you. There's Anthony Rizzo. That's out of 99. Dustin Fowler. Sheldon Noisy. And we have a Joe Adele, which will get sleeved up. Michael Plapper said, have you ever talked to an MLB player in Spanish? Yeah, that's happened several occasions where there's been a player and I've asked for a baseball in Spanish. or had a little conversation with him. So, Sam, congratulations on your Chrome Auto Relic of Luis Urias, getting a relic. And this is our last one of the evening. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us until 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what we can find. Adam says we need to find some WD-40 for that squeaky door of yours. That'll be something we work on here, maybe this weekend. All right, Leah, there you go. Here's your box. This is the last one of the break. Let's see what we can find for you. Box number 23 for Leah. The very last one. Thank you so much for being here, folks. I hope you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And away we go. Box number 23. Mini box number 23. You might say, why is there just one mini box? Well, I opened one case. Actually, I opened two cases and took one box each out for the preview. And I asked folks, if you want to be in the preview, let me know. Two people did. So the one had a whole master. Justin had a whole master. And Paul had a mini box. That left this mini box all by its lonesome. Let's see what the last one has. We have a nice out of 25 shimmer coming up. It's a Gregory Soto. It's his first Bowman, 23/25. That's a nice hit. There's an Anthony Rizzo, Ryan Mountcastle. Let's see who the hit is going to be in this one. There's David Bodie, nice player, third baseman for the Cubs, young player. Here it comes, Christian Pache. We'll get that one sleeved up. You got a Glaber rookie card, a very nice one of the top ones. And you know what? We haven't seen a Ronald Acuna Jr. rookie card come out of here since yesterday. Heather was top loading those. So we'll see if we can get another one of those to throw in a top loader for you. Michael Chavis. There we go. A TJ Zeuch. I probably totally said that wrong. How would you say that, Heather? Z-E-U-C-H? Probably said it wrong. Zeuch. TJ Z. That's a Bowman Chrome auto right there. It's a sticker auto. Zook, says Devlin. So glad that my Jays fans are in the house. A TJ Zook, and that one's out of 150. 104 out of 150 for Leah. Let's see what we can find. What else? In here, we have a Nolan Arenado refractor. That one's out of 499 on the back. It's German. I should know that since my family came over from Germany during World War II to escape all this stuff going on over there. There's Jose Albertos out of 499. Victor Robles rookie card. We have a Franklin Perez, Frankie Mejia, and the last one there is Ahmed Rosario. So that will do it. Coming up tomorrow, we have our Face-Off Friday. We'll also have a brand new video of Score Select and a preview video, granted if the case shows up in time. And then we'll have the Saturday Showdown for you, which I'm really excited about. What do you think sounds better, Heather? The Showdown Saturday or Saturday Showdown? I can't decide. What sounds better? Heather says Saturday Showdown, so that's what we're going to go with. The Saturday Showdown on Saturday's coming up, where we have a couple people facing off against each other in a box. Whoever gets the lowest numbered card wins it all. So that'll be a fun one. Then we'll be live on Sunday, or probably around 7 p.m. or so, breaking a couple cases of Score Select. Well, not Score Select. It's not Score anymore. It's Panini Select. It used to be Score Select way back in the day, back in '93. I used to love that set. Me and my brother used to buy a lot of those. So thanks so much for your support, everybody. I hope you hit that thumbs up button. If you did, thank you very much. Please hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you back for more. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you all tomorrow for a double upload day. Good night, everybody.